there is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been reprogramming your sex bot all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the drove. Smoke me off, man, with that dang shit. On my left, your boy Stitch.
This is Stitch's stunt double. The real Stitch is at the AVN Awards in Vegas.
Oh, I like it. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on the threes and fours, Chronos.
I gotta save Siwa, y'all.
Yeah, that Assassin's Creed. In the middle, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
It's all fun and games until someone sends you a video of a horse nutting on some chick's face and tits.
God damn, but you liked it though.
No, I did not. I know that you fapped to it at least 50, 11
You're a
times.
liar and the truth ain't in you.
I said good day.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Oh shit, you guys feel that? That was just straight dingness coming for your ass.
Oh!
Be careful, there's a lot of shit connected to this.
Sit us offline in a quick second.
All right, Chronos, so we got in the chat.
We've been plagued with
Wild
earthquakes.
would be the first to say something in the chat room. Thank you very much. Let's go down Brazil. Yes, we know there's a bunch of new Anita videos. Holy shit, there's
With Beyonce?
with Beyonce.
Wait,
All right.
Anita and Beyonce?
All right, well, apparently we got to do that after this podcast. So
Gotta save some
we'll
energy.
check that one out.
I had to do a fact check.
Thank you, Miguel Lucas. And listener of the week would be Mr. X once again, and Clayton Abrahams. Thank you
up?
very much for listening.
We love it.
And for me, special shout out to, hope I don't fuck up your name. It's Dosh or Dosh. You recognized me in Costco in Hayward. It was kind of cool.
Very nice.
From the podcast. So
Yeah.
thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. Made me feel
Local.
famous.
Did he call you Chronos?
Woman. So,
Okay. Did she
yeah.
call you Chronos?
No. She's like, it's funny because like I was walking and I was with Riley.
Mm-hmm.
I was pushing my cart and then somebody's like staring at me like I was walking by and I was like that's fucking weird. So I just keep walking by. And I'm just like all right because I didn't recognize her. Right?
Yeah.
So I just kept walking. But at the checkout line, this older black dude walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you have a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I think he said, "Black of the berries, sweeter than juice." I was like, "Black of the Black Times Infinity," and I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, my daughter listens to your podcast." I was like, "Oh,"
What the hell?
like, "That's why you were like staring at me." Like, I
Wait,
was just like,
was his daughter like grown?
no. Well, she was probably at least, I would
12?
say,
Oh boy.
close to 20 years younger than me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so that's still
Yeah.
of legal age.
Yeah, good,
So
good.
She's probably like around 20 years younger than me. So yeah, that was really cool though.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
I actually got a shout out too. Over the last week on Friday, Stitch and I went and did this superhero bar crawl.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Michelle over at Bank Vault up in Livermore. She was dressed up as Harley Quinn and she was like on point. And she had a little bit of thickness to her. She was
Doing
cool.
some networking. It was fun. It's always good going networking with Blue because it's just you just sit back and watch.
Especially when Drunk Blue comes out. It's fucking great.
You just set your watch to
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, she was really cool. She added the podcast to her phone. We geeked out a little bit on games, stuff like that. So it was a really good time.
Yeah, she knew her game and stuff.
Oh, yeah, she definitely did.
It was pretty
We've got a couple of new listeners. Like I know people that hit me up this week that were just like, "Yeah, I just started listening to your podcast."
Nice.
Like one guy listened from like he started from like the very first one because it was like the first thing you guys did was watch one guy in one jar. And I was just like, "What?"
No.
Like, dude,
Oh, I remember that.
That was
man,
bad.
We've gotten way better. That was like almost 3 years ago, y'all.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Thank you for
hilarious.
starting from the beginning. That's kind of weird when you start from like 3 years ago.
That's a lot of podcasts
Yeah,
he's gonna have to get
yeah.
through. So he's not gonna hear this until probably like next year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what we should start doing? Like the first to comment on our videos or our SoundCloud, we should give them a shout out.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do that.
Old Ninja, usually you're pouring out some type of malt beverage as we reminisce on anybody that's passed. Do we have anything like that this week?
We're gonna pour out some King Cobra for Laurie White. She's a country music star. Died at the age of 52. She had breast cancer, or she had cancer. Didn't say what type, but she's a singer, songwriter, producer. She passed away 2 days ago.
All right.
Did she sing anything we know?
She's like, I guess she co-wrote Faith Hill's "The Kiss."
Oh, I actually think I know the lyrics. Not the lyrics, but the chorus.
Okay.
Yeah, she's written a bunch of stuff. Like most of it's all country stuff, but
All right.
she's pretty big, like legendary in the country music. So there you go.
Okay, some of the country music, I will say, I have listened
Garbage?
to. Some of it is garbage. Some of it's garbage, but there's something that's alright.
Yeah.
One of my favorite country songs is "Don't Take the Girl" by Tim McGraw. Like I played that song for the Sweetness recently, and I fucking started bawling, dude. It's so sad of a story.
Goddamn.
It's basically this kid go fishing with his dad, and the son's like, "Hey, Dad, don't take the girl." And the story progresses, and like the boy and the girl actually get together and they have a baby. And when she starts to have the baby, like she has the baby, but then she starts to pass away, and so the son gets on his knees and prays to God, "Don't take the girl." So yeah, that's a really sad story.
Yeah,
It's all about Wheeler Walker Jr. If you want to listen to country music, that dude's fucking hilarious.
It's all about the song "Honky Tonk but Dunky Dunk."
I like me some Luke Bryan. I be messing all my Louisiana friends up because I'd be like, Luke Bryan's the shit, and they were like, you better get the hell out of here with that fake country.
Hey, that guy drives in a lot of crowds. He's coming to the Bay pretty soon.
Yeah.
Whoever was the one that did Pop That Coochie, the Zydeco version, that's the one I fuck with.
And then, I think we all know the song "Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy."
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that one's a famous country
All right,
song.
we're reminiscing on country way
Yeah.
deep. Now,
Way hard.
We've done our year quota
Yeah.
cover for 2018.
God damn. All right.
If you want to be like, Cronus, I'm pretty sure you're not racist until you bring up country music. Like, that would be a valid statement. So I fucking hate country music.
There you go.
And there might be some little racism in there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, but I fucking hate country music.
Hey, that's all right. You can hate anything you want to.
You like what you like.
You know?
Oh, that's good. Man, what is this?
Oh, wait, is that Rick? Rick with the brain on top?
He's got like his brain
Holy
dissected
shit.
the crazy.
Describe it for the people.
It's like a profile of Rick from Rick and Morty, and it was actually in Loot Crate.
Nice.
So it's a pretty dope shirt. Yeah.
Very good shit. All right, we got to jump on in, guys. I'm gonna start this off. Bit of controversy going on this motherfucking week. A comedian by the name of Monique, comedian / actress, wants people to boycott Netflix based on them lowballing her, in her words, offering her $500,000 for a Netflix special. Netflix has famously been giving a ton of comedians some really high dollar amounts. Dave Chappelle, Hannibal Buress, Chris Rock, I believe, too.
Cat Williams,
David Letterman, all Joe Rogan, all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And
A-listers.
A-listers have gotten millions of dollars, sometimes tens of millions of dollars. Monique got $500,000 in an offer. She felt that it was
They lowballed her.
wrong and a lowballing, and she has a variety of reasons for thinking such. What do we think about her issues with Netflix? Who wants to start it off?
First of all, I'm gonna quote Kendrick Lamar and say, "Bitch, sit down, be humble."
Damn, I'm gonna blame Oprah and Tyler Perry.
God, all right. So really break it down. Why do you feel this way?
You know what? I mean, think about it. She's done comedy for a while because she was on the Queens of Comedy for a minute. She's won an Oscar, so we know that she can act, but
Do a comedy.
yeah, I don't know about her doing just a stand-up. I mean, I think if there was other things attached to the deal, like maybe some kind of like rights or some kind of royalties involved, then maybe she should have took it, but I don't know. I wouldn't be exactly very excited to watch Monique on Netflix. I mean,
she's not. I mean, just make it simple. She's not on their level. Like, I mean, she's obviously a talented actress. She has an Oscar, so that's all awesome.
Brie Larson got an Oscar, though. I don't know.
We're talking about comedy, and if we're really being honest about it, she sort of is a black comedian. Where in terms of her fan base, I don't think transcends over from white America and black audiences. Where it's like Dave Chappelle, he's obviously a black comedian. White people love the shit out of him. Black people love the shit out of him. Asians, Indian, doesn't matter. People are going around quoting Chappelle's show to this day.
All the time, yeah. it's been a good like 10 plus
Yeah.
years since the show
So
was
I mean,
around.
when we all found out that he was it was announced, we were like, oh my god, what date is this dropping? I can't wait! I'm so excited,
Yeah,
and we all pretty much watched it that week, that day.
And then
Well, I mean,
same thing with
I
David
don't
Letterman. He's been on late night TV for decades. Now he has his own show on Netflix, so he has a built-in fan base that's going to follow him.
it's
as well.
supply demand. No, who's demanding Monique?
Nobody.
Kronos?
Right now, or
Well, I was going to
Go
say,
ahead.
Kronos, get in here. You've been quiet on this.
She was tripping and she fucking lied. Like, she straight up lied.
Yep.
Like, she tried to say that she was the most decorated comedian alive. No, you're fucking not.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Eddie
is
Murphy's still
one.
alive. Fucking Kevin Hart is still alive. Fucking Dave Chappelle is still alive. There's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that sell out Madison Square Garden. Like I've never even heard any of her comedy before, nor would I really want to. You know what I mean? It's just like she's so fucking ridiculous. Like, listen, if you want to get paid $500,000 from a place and that's not what they want to pay you, then you move on. You don't say boycott that place.
Yeah.
You are not. You don't have the same amount of value that you think you do. That's just the way it is. Like, listen, if you go to a job and if you ask for a certain amount and they say no, and they give you what they want to give you, you don't say boycott this place. It's like, hey, obviously it's not a good fit. You move on. Just like Wanda Sykes did. They offered Wanda Sykes what she did not want to get paid. It was, in her opinion, it was a low ball, and she said no. She moved on and went somewhere else. She didn't say boycott Netflix. Yeah. This is the way you actually blackball yourself in the entire fucking industry, because now nobody's gonna fucking want to work with you for a good goddamn reason. So congratulations, bitch. You fucked yourself.
Can I say this? Supposedly, and this is kind of where there's not hard evidence, but she's supposedly really hard to work with. Like,
I've heard that too.
She's a fucking handful on the set and, probably behind the scenes. So there's that going on. In addition to, as what you guys have already alluded to, she's not all that popular, especially when you compare Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart and those type caliber comedians. This could have been, and she hasn't done stand-up for a long time, this could have been a stepping stone into possibly, if she knocked it out of the park, something bigger and better for her if she wanted to do stand-up again.
Yeah, she wasn't thinking. I don't know who her manager is or who her agent is, but...
Oh, I'll tell you. I'm glad you brought that up. So you know who her manager is?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that's right, her husband.
Her fucking
that's
husband.
right. Yeah, it's her husband.
And here's the thing. Her husband is probably a very shitty negotiator and probably does not have the skills to get her the kind of money that quote unquote she wants. But because it's a marriage, she probably didn't have the ovaries to really step to him and be like, hey, you're fired.
Well, he's probably bitch made enough to be like, hey, you're not on that level. He's probably just too busy sugarcoating her, filling her head with all these, you should get that money too. You deserve it, babe. Blah, blah, blah. And then when the rest of everyone's looking at him like you're crazy, and then it's on him.
Yep.
See,
for filling her head with all that bullshit.
People need to take into account, like, you have to look at celebrities almost like stock options. Like, they're going to invest their money in you, and they know that they're not going to get a huge return. So if they paid her like $10 million, Netflix know they're not going to make that money on her. And I was actually thinking, like, what Netflix should do is like, okay, we'll give you $1 million, and then once she does a shitty show, they be like, look, this is the reason why we wanted to give you $500,000 to begin with. So
Nah, they're not in a business.
Honestly, does she actually have a special out?
no, she does not. I'm looking at
No,
her.
but she's done comedy like tours and stuff.
That doesn't matter. If you don't have a special out, how the fuck you gonna demand $500,000 from Netflix for a fucking special?
And like she brought up Amy Schumer, how they pay Amy Schumer a bunch of money, but Amy Schumer sold out Times Square, Madison Square Garden.
I don't think Amy Schumer's funny, and a lot of people don't. But she does put butts in the seats, and that's what this is about at the end of the fucking day.
I mean, Janelle James, who was relatively new to the scene, I mean, she has, albums.
Yep.
Who else do we have on the fucking podcast last?
Erica
Inez.
Yeah.
She had specials before she was on Amazon, and she has albums too. It's like, how the fuck you gonna come to the table with basically no goddamn resume?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, I've toured, but it's like, but you don't have a special, you don't have albums. Where the fuck is your resume at?
Yeah.
She's got that Oscar. That's what she's.
Well, she used to do a lot of stand-up, I think back in the, 90s and early 2000s and whatnot, but here's the thing. None of it was memorable.
She's not even more decorated in terms of the woman category. Whoopi, I put Whoopi ahead of her.
Oh, of course.
I can't even think of like any of her like a joke that she says. Like, the only thing I can remember of her is she mentioned how she doesn't shave her legs.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm not mad at anybody wanting more money. It's the way that you try to publicly handle it.
When you get told nah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Renegotiate and do some Powerball options and hard negotiating internally with Netflix. I don't have to be fucking
go
part of
to
that.
Amazon and get
Go somewhere else.
Hulu.
Yeah, it's like even on a different level. If we take like basketball, where Nike tried to offer Steph Curry to wear to market his shoe.
Yep.
They came incorrect with it. Steph Curry didn't all of a sudden say, "Oh, nah, boycott Nike."
He went to Under Armour.
He went to Under Armour, and he's doing well with that. So why doesn't she just go to a different medium and sell out there? Dude, go on Amazon, go on Hulu. Try
do your own
something else.
shit.
Do your own. Yeah, create your own network. Go be Big Baller Brand or something.
But why would we, and here's the other thing too, this is what failed miserably, the idea, and she's pretty indignant about this, that we as the buying public who are happy with Netflix in general should boycott them based on your poor negotiation skills. That's the part that's fucking
You
got
don't
me
make
fucked
Netflix
up.
float.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I've this is the personal experience for me where like there's very few times in my life where I've just passed on a job. But one of the times was like I went through literally it was a 7 interview fucking process.
Oh, yeah.
This is a long fucking time for me. Usually it's a couple of interviews that I'm fucking in. This one it was a whole bunch of fucking interviews, and they ended up offering me basically what I was getting paid.
Yep.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
Wasting your time.
Wasting my fucking time. Like, you know what I mean? I was pissed about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna be like,
Boycott.
fucking boycott them. You know what I mean? I'm just like, that we didn't come to terms. You didn't meet what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm getting paid more now. You know what I mean?
The thing that also sucked about this is that she said it was a race thing, that it's because she's a black woman.
No.
It's like David Chappelle, he's black. I mean, they offered a thing for Wanda Sykes, and she's black, and she's reaching basically to try to find any reason
And
to try to get people to sympathize with her.
You can't say women either because of Amy Schumer. And then the ABC, I don't watch the shows, but Shonda Rhimes signed a huge tens of millions of dollars with Netflix earlier this year or late last year. I mean,
Just accountability.
they've given women and people of color in comedy and in television multi-million-dollar deals.
Yeah.
You're just not one of them. I mean, jeez. Anyway, I mean,
I don't get that shit at all. I think it's just it's bad for her, and it's going to be Netflix is going to move on.
yes.
But I hope it doesn't hurt any future comedians that are coming up.
Yeah.
Like I heard Janelle actually is going to be on one of the 15-minute specials.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be dope.
That's awesome.
So-
and if you haven't already heard the Janelle James or Erica Inez interviews that we did, 2 very funny female comedians that rocked it. So
We got
yeah,
to do more comedian interviews. Those were both really fun.
yeah, we'll definitely have some of that going on. All right.
So as we're doing this, I'm buying my Monique tickets at the
This motherfucker.
Actually, I think we fucked up because then we said we're going to go to Janelle's fucking...
Oh yeah, she was at Sketch Fetch in San Francisco. We kind of missed out.
Yeah,
Did we already miss
I
it?
think it was like last weekend. Well, because it was like a long span. I think we missed it.
Yeah.
Shit.
If we did miss it, we'll hit her next time she's in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
For
I'll
sure.
definitely-
I want to see her live.
Yeah, me too.
Very funny lady. All right, should we move on, guys? I guess there was Oscar nominations. I don't.
They were.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Golden Globes in terms of like there's a whole like
Yeah.
1-to-1, layover.
Twitter was buzzed because and I can't think of his name, but the main actor from Get Out,
Oh yeah.
he's up for lead
Best actor.
best or like male performance.
Well, what's the name's on there too? I believe.
Guillermo del
Denzel's
Toro,
on there.
But I think Corey or Odin is on there.
How am I on there?
Oh, no, Hannibal
TSA?
Buress is not on there.
The TSA guy, I think he's on there for an
God,
award.
really?
I think
best
so.
I don't think for an Oscar, bro.
Support.
I thought it was Hannibal Buress. What are you talking about?
That dude's funny.
Guillermo del Toro's nominated for The Shape of Water.
I like him enough to want to give that one a chance, but there's a lot. I'd rather see Jumanji because it seems super entertaining right now.
Jumanji was fucking great.
Yeah. But the thing, here's the thing. I liked Wonder Woman. We all know this. In general, we all liked it. Besides hating that Stitch.
I'd like.
I'm just
Just wish he would work.
this motherfucker. Damn. But I'm also okay that it didn't get any nominations for some of the lesser categories. I mean, it is what it is. This is a group that you have, a small group of people that you have to impress in the film industry. It's not like an award for who made the most money. You guys decided with your wallets and your eyeballs that you liked Wonder Woman in general.
And it's like, what category are they trying to make it? be in,
No idea.
or where it's Oscar worthy.
Special effects, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Barely
It was an
special
enjoyable
effects.
movie. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Has any superhero movie ever been nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah, Dark Knight.
I feel like Dark
think
Knight
it
with
was.
Ledger, and there's not a whole lot
Not
else
like
that
main categories.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Knight was one of the few,
Oh.
and then Star Wars always gets usually visual
Suicide
effects.
Squad won for something.
That was
Got nominated for makeup.
I thought they won for makeup.
They might have won.
Didn't it
Oh,
win for,
they
like,
might have
best
won.
comedy?
They might have won
Like
for.
that?
Yeah.
They might have won for makeup.
But the thing that I keep going back to is, again, these superhero movies that everybody kind of poo-poos in the Academy are actually the things that are keeping Hollywood afloat financially. You know what I mean?
Logan's in one of them. Logan's in one of the categories.
Oh, did Sir Patrick Stewart get?
Not the actor. I think it's for like best cinematography or something like that.
Oh,
Or
so- wait.
screenplay.
So I'm looking at the list
Cinematography, no, but Blade Runner.
for superhero movies that have been nominated for Oscars. The Dark Knight, Suicide Squad, like you said, Spider-Man 2, The Incredibles, Birdman, Superman, the original one,
I still haven't
Big
seen
Hero
Birdman.
6,
I forgot about Birdman.
X-Men, Apocalypse,
No.
Yeah, I think it was for
for
special
makeup.
effects.
probably
Or
so,
makeup.
Batman, and then Men in Black.
Well,
I forget Men in Black was based off a comic, actually. I forgot about that shit.
I forget Big Hero 6 is a comic too.
Yeah, your movie Coco's up there for movie.
Best,
and
probably best
movie.
animated.
It won a golden eggplant. That's really all it needs. You know what I mean?
Dude, Dunkirk's on here a lot.
I want to see that one. I like Nolan in general. You
I keep
know?
hearing that it's not a good movie.
It's not his best work, I don't think.
Did you guys saw it or you just?
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's his best work.
All right. Well, he's had a lot of good ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, film editing. The Shape of Water's. Oh, Baby Driver is nominated for best film editing.
you know what I like is that Best Picture. I haven't seen a single one of those movies.
Oh, you saw Get Out,
I
right?
fucking love it.
You saw
No,
it, you
I haven't seen it.
You didn't see Get Out? I thought you. What?
No, I started watching it and then came back, fell asleep.
God damn it! You gotta
wow.
finish that one.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
I can't vouch for anything else on that list. But
I take pride that I'm not upper crust.
you need to watch Get Out, and I still need to watch Straight Outta Compton. I think I'm the
damn.
only black person that hasn't seen it.
yeah, that was fucking great, man.
Even the Swedes have seen it.
Dude, best directing, Get Out and Dunkirk, and The Shape of Water. Damn.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I haven't even heard of like a lot of these movies.
Yeah, and a lot of them don't look all that interesting, to be very honest, and they won't do big money like
Call Me Your Name, The Post, Phantom Thread, Lady
Homesteader?
Bird.
It's calling it.
The
This-
Last Jedi's nominated.
This is why Room won. Nobody fucking saw it, and they just decided to give it to her.
You talking trash.
I know, right?
Hey,
Doesn't she have a golden eggplant or not?
Brie Larson?
Yeah, she got a golden
She
eggplant.
does, yeah.
by default.
So she's got a regular. She got an Oscar and a
And a
golden
golden
egg.
eggplant.
And you're
Damn.
talking shit.
I'm talking.
The golden eggplant that was heavy.
It's got
girth.
Bro, I was about to say the same thing.
Veiny girth.
You know what I tried doing? I took an image of an eggplant. I tried to make it golden to try to use it for the images on the YouTube video. But man, every time I kept changing the color of it, it would be like some awkward color and shit like that. I just couldn't get it to fucking work.
Gotta
Just have to
have
paint
those.
one. Just have to
Oh
spray
yeah, we had to paint one, huh?
We did paint one for the.
Well, I
second
tried doing some
half.
Photoshop stuff for it.
Damn, Blade Runner's nominated a few times. So is The Last Jedi.
Yeah. So anyway, if you care, look it up online. God damn it. The other one for movies though, this was a stupid fucking controversy. I'll say it right off the fucking bat. Ant-Man and Wasp. You see some screenshots,
Still
I guess?
shots?
Still shots.
Yeah.
Of the costumes for Wasp and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The internet is fucking retarded, and
Mainly Russia. Russia's the one that brought it up.
there were plenty of other people retweeting and
Yeah.
doing blog piece articles about how Wasp's costume was sexist or boob-centric. Gentlemen, what do y'all say?
No, because her boobs are not that big.
And it looks like any other goddamn
I'm seeing the
superhero.
skin. I mean, it's.
Well, that's the problem. They're saying that they're sexualizing female superheroes again.
What'd they say about
need-
Wonder
how's
Woman's
it sexual?
outfit?
They need something to put
That's
their
so
titties.
dumb. What are you gonna smash their boobs? Like that's the stupidest thing ever.
That's what I've been saying, but like I was reading one of the forums, and somebody had mentioned how like they can just make like a chest piece that goes across that doesn't have to define her boobs.
Oh my goodness.
Literally, okay, now I just want to point this out. You can see zero skin on this woman.
Nope.
There's no mini skirt, there's no thigh gap thing, there's no midriff, nothing. But again, these people have a problem with any superhero female's costume.
It looks
in general.
Like it looks functional. It looks good. Like
One
It's
thing
not sexual
one thing
at all.
One thing I did when the article came up, I kind of did like a quick Google search to see female body armor like that police officers would use, and it's not like separated like that, but it defines a woman's like breasts, like it makes room for them.
Yeah,
which makes sense because it's gonna squash them.
It's because people are dumb as fuck. Like they think this is the problem that I always have with stupid motherfuckers on the internet that are like, oh my god, they're sexualizing blah 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 on superheroes. All right, listen, if you see any female fighter, what the fuck do you see?
They're
You see
using
them
a
in
sports bra.
skin-tight clothes, a sports bra, and it's, you know what I mean? Like that, women have boobs. They have to account for that shit when you're wearing something. And so if you're any kind of fighter, you're not gonna wear something that's fucking loose-fitting or fucking big and bulky and shit like that. You're gonna wear something that's clinging to your body because it helps with your fucking movement. And I think most people that fucking argue this shit are people that have never had to like work out or something like that, or never had to like fight in their life as a woman or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like they're just being stupid and fucking and petty about it.
Well, another part of the article had also mentioned how her body armor looks like a penis pointing to her vagina.
And
So-
Jesus Christ.
To me, it does not. It looks like a wasp, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to look. I mean, I guess if you're childish like Blue,
I honestly did not notice it until I read the article and I scrolled back. I was like, oh yeah, it does look like a penis.
Yeah, I didn't either until someone pointed out. It looks like a penis. It literally took me a good minute. My house just looked like a penis. And I was
where
like,
the
oh.
balls are on top and the dick's on the bottom.
I was like,
That makes sense, right?
How you get the beans, Father Frank?
Here's the thing. Don't complain. It tells me you really and truly don't want women in superhero movies because you have a problem with anything that they wear, even when they're wearing things that you can't see any skin on. You have a fucking problem. Remember the fake controversy about
The Spider-Woman?
well, no, I was going to say the Amazonians in Justice
yeah.
League that was out of fucking nowhere and ridiculous. And when you see the movie, you're like, huh? What are you even talking about?
Yeah.
It falls flat. It seems really weird. And some people, if you go back, probably had a problem with Black Widow and Iron Man 2 or something. You know? I mean, you can't win for losing with these folks.
yeah, she probably was showing too much cleavage.
Some people just gotta realize it's your body is human nature. Like you don't have to sexualize women's breasts. They can just be there. You don't. If you're sexualizing women's breasts and you're a female, then you're the one that's sexualized. Not everybody's gonna sexualize a woman's breast in a costume.
And you can't see any breast. There's literally no
skin.
cleavage. There's nothing there.
You can't even see her face.
Yeah,
She might as well be in a spacesuit.
Yeah,
That's really
that's
it.
what it looks like.
but one thing that was kind of somebody made a point about is that in the first Ant-Man movie, her metal armor part was golden color, which is kind of cool because it's more waspy color.
So it's different color. I don't give a fuck.
But no, I'm just saying like that made sense. Like okay, it had like a gold in the front in the Iron Man or in the Ant-Man movie, but now it's just straight black.
And there may be an explanation for
it
that
could be that.
in the movie. You know?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at both their uniforms, the red and his gold are almost identical. The only difference is hers points at the end and has the little boob holsters, and his doesn't.
Because he
Jesus
doesn't
Christ.
have boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Holy fuck. What are we doing here?
But I mean, look at the design. They're almost identical. One just has red and the other one's gold.
Yeah. I just can't.
This comes out this year, a couple
Yeah.
months.
I'm excited about it. The first one was great.
It comes out after Infinity War, obviously.
Yeah, I think it kicks off the next phase or whatnot. I mean, I enjoyed the first Ant-Man, so I'm actually looking forward to this.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It had some funny parts.
I think they marketed it like, because was this before or after Guardians?
After.
After Guardians,
So it has like a Earth version of Guardians humor, I guess.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but it seems wrong.
You wrong.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. What the? Anyway.
Well, it's just the humor wise.
Housewife. You do this all the time. I want to ask you, but I know it just goes down a rabbit hole that's even like crazier. You know.
Do it.
Whatever the fuck. All right. Where you guys want to go?
Metal Gear Survive. Let's go there.
Oh damn.
Did anybody else play it?
I did not. I've seen it.
You seen it?
I seen it.
All right. So, you heard me say it on the podcast before. Actually, maybe I did say it on the podcast, but
Is the beta still live?
no.
Okay.
I don't think so. Before this game came out, I thought, from everything that I saw, I thought that it didn't look bad. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, looks like the fucking forward operating base missions on Metal Gear, just on land, and you just do different shit.
Kind of like Solid 5s.
Yeah. Holy shit, was I wrong? Holy shit, was I wrong?
Damn.
Let me tell you my first frustration, all right? I'm playing the beta, and I have to invert all my controls. All right, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, think of, if you're a person that plays the game normally, invert your controls, and that's how I feel when my controls are not inverted.
Yeah.
It's exactly the fucking, it's unplayable for me.
It's backwards, yeah.
All right, so I hop on Metal Gear Solid, Survive beta, and I go to change my controls. I can't fucking find this shit nowhere, y'all.
The controls?
I can't find where the fuck you change the controls any fucking where, and I'm fucking looking. I'm looking, all right? In all the fucking menus, I can't find fucking shit.
That's a bad look.
This is the first time I've ever seen somebody do this. I had to look it up how to fucking do this, all right?
Yeah.
So in this game, you have to press both sides of the fucking touchpad down to get to the options menu.
The fuck?
That's
What the fuck?
Isn't that what the option button's for?
That's literally counterintuitive.
Yeah, I was just like, how the fuck? All right, so that was my first serious, because I was in there for 5 fucking minutes, and I'm not fucking stupid. All right, to figure this shit out. So I finally figured it out by looking up online how to get to invert the controls. Did that, and then I noticed that this game is messy as fuck. The first scene first thing you're in is this empty room with shit in it, things to do, these 5 circles on where to go.
Yeah.
Go out to the survive thing, or go out to this training thing, or
It's
whatever.
like a hub.
Yeah, it's like a hub, but it's it's like a messy hub. There's too much shit in it.
Okay.
Even though I said it was empty, but there's too much shit, even though it was empty. I don't know if I understand it's hard for me to convey that, but it's fucking totally true.
Okay.
Everybody that's played the beta will probably agree with me. All right, and so you press, the option button, and it comes up, and there's just there's so much shit in there. It's like someone took a shotgun of ideas and just threw it in the fucking,
God damn.
the inventory is totally unmanageable. It's totally fucking unmanageable. I don't know who the fuck thought it was a good idea to have fucking 5 gajillion fucking options in the fucking inventory menu.
Yeah.
But you were fucking stupid. You should be fired and flogged. All right, it was
Shot fired.
Whoever did that fucking idea was awful.
Can I ask a couple questions just to kind of level set? Are you playing as just Joe Blow? You're not playing a Snake, obviously.
No.
Who are you?
You make a new character.
Okay.
And so the customization was just the customization in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay.
It's just pretty similar.
Okay.
And it looks the same. So it actually looks a little. It's the same. It's similar, but it looks a little worse.
Okay.
Because they have this whole fog thing, and then I don't know. It's
They had fog in 5 though, right?
Yeah, but this one was a little cheesier fog.
Oh shit.
So
Is this the first one without the original creator of Metal Gear?
Hideo.
yeah, it's without Hideo. Yeah. So they should not have called it Metal Gear.
They want that money.
So, and then, I was trying to figure shit out. It's just basic controls are difficult. All right.
Like walking and shooting?
Well, walking is okay, but there's no really shooting. You have a gun.
The fuck?
But you only have 14 bullets in the beginning. And
Okay.
so basically, I had a machete and a fucking spear with a fucking knife on it.
Wait, machete don't text.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do. I get dropped in this fucking zone. There's just the HUD is messy.
Is the objective literally to survive zombie-like creatures?
Yeah. So I had to tap out. All right.
Oh damn.
So
that's bad on a beta.
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to fucking dodge. Even though I know you can dodge, but I couldn't figure out how to fucking dodge.
Dodging zombies or dodging
Dodging zombies,
Like combat-
just dodging in general.
Yeah.
It's just I couldn't figure out how to fucking dodge.
Like combat roll dodge or just
Yeah.
juking?
Couldn't fucking dodge. I couldn't dodge. All right, so I didn't know how to figure. I couldn't figure it out. When it was 1 or 2 fucking zombies in it, it was fine. But it was multiple ones. It's just a fucking, you're in trouble if you can't dodge.
Yeah, it's like a horde.
Yeah. So I get to this place. It tells me to go to this place to open up some wormhole. So I go there. I kill a couple of zombies. That open up the wormhole, and then all of a sudden,
Wormhole?
yeah, all of a sudden, all these zombies start coming. I'm like, okay, I got it. They're trying to get to this thing that I just started to make a wormhole. So I'm trying to kill them, but I can't dodge. and there's a stamina bar. If you fucking crawl, your stamina goes down.
Shut the fuck
If you
up.
crawl.
What the
I'm like, what the fuck? If you kneel and like start crouching, your stamina goes down. If you run, stamina goes down. If you use certain attacks, your stamina goes down. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I couldn't figure out how to like heal myself. So
it's not like a syringe or something? Or?
No, it's like you have to go in like an option menu or some shit, like map to something. I'm just like, what
my
the fuck is all this shit? It was like way too much, and they don't give you a real tutorial. Like the tutorial is like it's hidden in their messy ass inventory menu, like how to like do shit. And it's like real fucking. It was like probably 30 fucking things you had to go through. I'm not even exaggerating.
Doesn't this game launch in like a couple weeks?
Yeah, and they technically they could fix it. Like they could easily, well, not easily, they could fix it. I would recommend that they push it out by like, I don't know, 3 months.
That's
Fix their inventory, fix the messy HUD, fix the fucking hub world, there's like a lot of shit they have to fix, but it could be saved, but they're not gonna do it.
I know that the internet seems to agree with you, Kronos. I know Hobby played and was lighting this game on fire in terms of how bad he thought it was. Some of the same complaints that you had, but in general, nobody seems happy and content with this beta.
No, yeah, I mean, I was all on board to buy the game. Thank God I played the fucking beta, because now I ain't buying it.
Damn.
Isn't it 4-player co-op as well?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
He's nuts.
Yeah, because like I didn't know how to build shit. Oh, another thing was like you have to like get materials to build stuff. First of all, I have no fucking idea how to build shit. Second of all, like just like trying to get shit was retarded. So if you want to get like say wood, like I saw some crates. I'm like, okay, there's some crates. Can I like collect the crates? No, can't collect the crates. What you can do, you can destroy the crates and then pick up the tiny pieces of fucking wood that it drops.
That's weird.
And they're like a bunch of pieces. And you see a fucking barrel, instead of just picking up the barrel and like breaking it down to like smaller pieces of barrel, you have to destroy the barrel and then literally pick up all the pieces of the barrel.
Damn.
Don't forget though, Konami is not a new fucking player to the game of making video games, man. Like, they're a big time company that's been around for 30 years.
Yeah, but I feel like what they were trying to do was like go off of this new like Minecraft, PUBG, fucking Fortnite shit, and they just did it really fucking poorly.
Is there like a battle royale mode to
well, not a battle royale mode, but the fact that you have to like
break shit, to
like
collect.
get materials and like build shit. You know,
It's kind of
that's
like
what they're trying to do.
the rise of the Tomb Raider, because you have to like craft your own weapons, like you have to make your bow and arrow and stuff like that. But that was
super
really well
intuitive.
done.
It was quick.
It was it was
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
You could like pick up like branches and shit. Like it was quick. You didn't have to like fucking destroy the tree and then pick
Hack
up 5
and
pieces
then-
of the tree. You know what I mean?
And that was in Tomb Raider had a very intuitive
Like
mode.
Fat Princess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fat Princess. That was a good game. I like that game. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a goddamn shame.
So I fucked it up.
I don't see that one doing well unless they fix it. But yeah,
I give it a fucking D.
damn.
God,
And what can you look up just for reference? When is the release date? I feel like
February
It's in days.
20th.
Yeah.
February 20th is the release date.
February.
Yeah, less than a month. So
Damn.
unless somebody's gonna die of fucking overwork, which is possible because it's Japan, this game's gonna be fucked at launch.
God damn. Holy fucking shit. All right. One of the things.
Hold on, let me just draw a parallel here.
Here we go.
I think that when I played Monster Hunter World, it was also messy as fuck to me. There was way too much shit in the fucking game, way too many fucking menus, way too much shit to do, but I gotta play the fucking game. I understood, go here, do this, destroy this fucking monster. I got that. Like, even though the fucking, like, the way, like, the controls and shit were kind of fucking weird, but I still understood what I had to do. And it didn't seem cumbersome.
And they did have, to give Monster Hunter some credit, they did have a tutorial. It seemed tedious, but they did have a tutorial world where I was like, man, that seems like a lot, you know?
But this is just fucked.
God damn. Well, speaking of Monster Hunter, that drops? When does that drop, Old Ninja? Tomorrow?
Friday.
Friday.
Wow, Friday for a game release?
Yeah, it's not the first time, but
Wait, Tuesdays? Tuesdays?
usually it's Tuesday.
Every once in a while they do something on like
Sometimes there's been releases on Thursdays. I mean, they're doing like the 9 o'clock release for the West Coast, which is midnight East Coast for us. So
I think it's going to do well sales-wise right off the bat. I worry about the learning curve for new people. I really do.
Yeah,
And I'm one of those new people.
Usually what they do is like the first several missions are all tutorials, so it shows you how to do one aspect of the game, and when you do your first real hunt, you got to use everything that you've done in the tutorial. I didn't play the beta because I'm pretty familiar with the controls and whatnot. They're mostly generally the same, but I already pre-ordered, so I'm getting it this week.
You know, I don't get it. Like the two games that we mentioned, why are they so fucking complicated? First of all, like, and I have a sort of similar, even though not as extreme, similar problems with Dark Souls and Bloodborne. It's like there's games out there that you can just pick up and fucking play, and it's not a problem. Like fucking 99% of the games out there. Why do we have these few fucking games that for some reason have like the most rabid fan base that are complicated as shit for no fucking reason? Like, you can't just pick it up and play the fucking game.
Well,
And then people are so fucking ridiculously fanboyish that they'll say that's a plus for the game. I'm like, it's not a plus for the game.
As Prodigy wears his Dark Souls hat.
yeah, I do. So I will say this: Dark Souls, at least 3. I haven't played 1. Played most of 2. It was actually a whole lot easier to get into. It's the first level or 2 is pretty straightforward.
Was it easier or more straightforward than, say, Assassin's Creed?
No, because it's a different game, but it's on par. I mean, it's almost
can't
linear.
You can't say no, but it's on par.
It's not outside of the ballpark. It really isn't. I mean, I can show you the first, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours.
Well, I'm just
straightforward.
thinking of like the last few games that I've played. Like I played a lot of Assassin's Creed and Shadow of War, and those are both. You pick the game up, you know what the fuck to do. Like, it explains it right away.
Yeah.
And it seems simple, yet it's complicated. Right?
Yes, I
And
get that as a game designer.
I don't understand why these game designers try to make these fucking messy ass games that they expect you to have fucking, I don't know, some kind of telepathy to understand what the fuck they were trying to make you understand. You know what I mean?
Some games are challenging right off the bat, and I get that those games may not be for you. You know what I mean? Everybody's a different type of gamer. You know, I loathe some of the puzzle games. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
that's just not my thing.
I mean, I pride myself on playing that. I play a shitload of games. You know, and I
I've got their phone on. God damn it.
I don't think there's any single genre that I despise. But for some reason, there's a handful of games that are recent that are just, they're difficult for no fucking reason, or their overall like design is so bad, but they still have this really rabid fan base, and I don't fucking get it. Maybe it's because I'm getting old, but I just don't fucking get it.
You should play Dark Souls 3. It is different from Bloodborne, but everybody has their own taste.
So yeah.
Speaking of fan bases, you saw what drops on April 20th.
Oh shit! Super Troopers 2, but people getting high, but
and also that's when that Nintendo thing comes up too. Nintendo Cardboard.
yes.
The name.
You know what?
Labo?
I think, you know what I've figured out? I think the media industry has finally figured out that people get high and there's certain things they want to do. They either want a game or they want to watch a fucking movie. And they made the fucking perfect movie for a fucking pothead, and now they're putting out games. Nintendo Labo probably not the best. Gotta put shit together. Yeah. But other games, you're good to go.
They're gonna end up trying to roll the fucking cardboard and smoking it and shit. That might not work out.
Hey
well.
man, I'm about to turn this cardboard into a bong.
Yeah.
But you were mentioning God of War.
God of War.
Wait. Before you change channels real quick, did you see? So there's somebody made a picture of somebody making a sex doll out of the Labo, the Nintendo cardboard thing, and like the nipples were the controllers and shit. Man, that shit was funny.
That's a funny meme.
Yeesh.
But the trailer dropped. We finally got a release date for God of War. Mm-hmm. I think not everybody, but most people were kind of disappointed in the previous version. I think it was Ascension.
Yeah, I didn't like Ascension.
That didn't seem to hit the mark as well as some of the other versions.
Yeah, the Hecatoncheires was fucking dope.
Sure, but
yeah,
overall, I feel like it was slightly a letdown. Three was amazing.
For a God of War game, you're right.
You know,
Was it kind of incomplete?
No,
it was a full game.
Yeah, it was a full game, but I think if it was a totally different character, they didn't call it God of War, it'd been fine. But for a God of War game, it's a little disappointing.
All right.
I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't.
They threw in like
the best.
multiplayer on it.
Yes, that was the first time.
How the hell you do that for one character?
It was a separate mode.
Separate mode kind of thing.
Yeah, I want to see the connection between, because obviously Kratos was Greek with Greek mythology this whole time, and now he's Norse mythology. I want to see how that change has happened. You know,
And
I'm
he's got a
really
kid.
curious about that. Yeah, and he has a kid. You're right.
New kid. When was he
Again.
gonna kill him and burn him too?
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
Ashes?
His whole motivation should have changed because he completed the revenge of, spoiler alert, killing the Greek gods, you know?
Yeah.
So this is all new. Should be brand new mechanics, should be fucking brand new
Ready for
everything.
it. He had axes and shit.
I like to see a crossover between Gods of War and Justice League.
Oh shit!
Since
That'd be
they're
cool.
kind of new gods, whatever.
Well, I can see them bringing Kratos into Injustice.
Yeah, Kratos would fuck up a good portion of them. A good portion.
It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, I think he would actually kill Superman pretty easily.
Oh,
The
are
only-
you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I think the only person he probably have a problem with is Wonder Woman. That's it, only because she has magic. The only reason why I'm saying he would kill Superman easily is because most of his weapons are magic, and Superman has no protection against magic.
Yeah, I mean,
He would fuck him
true.
up.
This is true, but I mean, Soups can keep him at his distance pretty easily, too.
But he can get up there too. He has fucking wings and can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Superman did kill Hercules in the Injustice comic.
This is true.
But he got his ass whooped by Wonder Woman.
Kratos also killed Hercules.
Hercules was like
and
a
Zeus.
lightweight piece of shit boss. Yeah,
You know, they
running
need
around trying
to-
to ram you into
He
shit.
beat his face in.
They need
Yeah.
to make that into like one of those battle things, like Superman versus Kratos, like how they did with like Batman versus Spider-Man and
Well, we could do it.
Avengers
we
versus
haven't done
X-Men.
one in a while.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Once we play this game, we're going to have a whole new, fresher appreciation for this character.
I like how they called it God of War and not like I think they're just starting over. Fresh.
Yeah.
So that gives me hope. 'Cause I'm a huge fan of the series. 'Cause I'm a huge like Greek mythology guy. So I'm mythology in general, mostly Greek mythology. So it's good to see him going into another sort of mythology. And I hope someday they go into like Indian mythology. That's in like Indian mythology because that'd be really cool.
The game that did that well was Lost Legacy. All of Lost Legacy was Indian mythology, and they knocked that out of the park, just to tell you. But I mean, I'm excited about this. I heard there was no DLC that was planned, which is fine by me. No season pass.
Has it ever had a
There
season pass?
wasn't any.
Nah, but you know, brand new God of War. Who knows what Santa Monica? I think it's Santa Monica Studios would want to do. This could be one of the big ones for this year. We will fucking have to.
I'm
see.
here for it.
You're all there for
Oh
it.
yeah,
We're,
I'm picking it up.
God damn. I want to see how his son actually incorporates into the story. If it's like a Ellie and Joel thing from The Last of Us, or if it's like
He assists from what I understand.
but like, does he do it like what was the girl from Elizabeth from
Yeah,
Bioshock
I think it is
Infinite?
kind of like that. Yeah, because he has a bow and arrow, and I'm pretty sure I've read that he assists in certain tasks. So.
Okay, I'm down for that. I'm down for all of it, man. We will fucking have to see.
they Kratos was in one of the what's it called?
Soul Calibur?
Soul Calibur games,
Yes,
right?
and he was also in PlayStation All Stars.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Forgot about that shit.
That was basically Super Smash Brothers for Sony. It was a fun game.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't go like further with that, but who knows?
Why is there silence? God damn it!
Yeah, I was looking at shit.
All right, Black Mirror, episode fucking 6. God fucking damn!
Yes.
Did everybody watch that shit?
Yeah, we all caught up.
Yes.
Oh
finally
my god! I
after
was the last
3
one.
weeks.
Sorry.
We're waiting
you were
on
the
you.
last one.
I was waiting on you.
I just went to that one. I was just like, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. I was pounding the table about it like 3 weeks ago. I was like, episode 6, so fucking good.
I thought it was gonna be like some racist shit because it's called like the
Black
Museum,
Museum.
but that had nothing to do with race.
Nope.
Yeah, nothing to do with race.
No.
At
Nothing
all.
to do with fucking up your perception of fucking life in
Yeah.
general, though.
Yeah.
All right.
What was interesting about the episode was that the museum is a play on like actual Black Mirror because it was like a Black Mirror within a Black Mirror, so it's a little bit of a
I know.
exception.
Well,
Yeah.
in the museum itself, you see props from other episodes
Yeah,
from previous
yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
I had to actually go because I hadn't finished season 3, so there were certain artifacts I didn't get, like the bees. I didn't know what that was about, and I saw the bee episode, which was fucked up. The Templar, the Knights Templar one, that was the episode with the girl that was on death row that had to relive her shit.
All right, let's not go
every
to
day.
the Easter eggs here. Let's talk about the actual episode.
Well, those just 2, but yeah.
You were gonna keep going, bro.
Yeah.
I felt it. So, since you were the one that brought it up, let's talk about it. Like,
Okay.
talk about the first.
Oh, this is gonna be a
piece.
while since I watched it like 4 weeks ago.
Sorry. The first one was the pain guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I started to turn my head away because I was like, this is gonna end up pretty bad. Then I got a little bit scared. Okay, but,
Sorry,
yeah.
set up from the beginning because if I just say the pain guy,
Okay, yeah.
it's like part of the
Essentially, this Rihanna chick is
It's Shuri, goddammit.
she rolling through the desert. She stops in this like it almost kind of reminds me of like a Nevada abandoned gas station and
Yep.
everything. Get some
have gas,
gas.
apparently.
Yeah, they don't have gas, so she goes off to this little side. It looks like a tourist trap
Which she
kind of
bust,
area.
for her car, it was electric, so she busted out solar panels so it can charge.
That's what it was. So she goes, checks out this, I guess, museum because she needs her car to charge for whatever time period it is, and that's where all the sort of adventure begins. She meets this
Rolo
the museum.
Hayes.
Yeah, meets a museum curator or whatever it is that he does, and starts telling these stories. It almost kind of reminds me of like a Tales from the Hood aspect in terms of these like separate stories that are going on. The first story talks about this.
Hold on.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, okay.
The air conditioning is out. This is important
Yes.
to the story. It doesn't seem like it's important, but it's important.
Yeah.
And before he tells the stories, it's hot in there, and he needs some water. He takes a drink of her water. All right, just remember that.
Yeah.
And start off.
Yeah. Walking to the hot museum. It's hot, sweaty. It's in Nevada-ish or whatever. So she tells this first story about this doctor who eventually, to make a long story short, he gets like gratification off of pain.
We gotta
put
Hold on.
see,
Oh,
yeah, you kinda gotta set it up.
If you've ever seen Strange Days, it's the same thing.
So basically, yeah, you're right. That's a good movie.
Same
by the way.
thing,
I love
yeah.
that movie.
It's a
That's with
great
Angela
movie.
Bassett too.
Yeah, it is, and it's also directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Awesome. So what happened? Basically, he's a doctor who is not a good doctor. He loses a lot of patients, and so Rolo, the guy who's the curator at the museum, he works for a company like a med tech company, and he gives him an implant that when he puts like the special mesh like thing over someone else's skull, he will feel
cerebral.
exactly what they're feeling, and so basically he'll know exactly what's wrong. So
And they like build up his kind of his database of different pains. So like when people would come in, they would put the thing over them, and like he would learn exactly, okay, if the person is having this pain, then it's this problem that they're having. So he kind of learns what all these different pains means.
and he feels the pain.
Yeah.
He won't. There's no consequences to him.
Yeah.
And he won't die.
So what fucks him up is that the first time he has the apparatus on and someone dies with it on.
But wait, before you go any further, there's a scene where he's having sex with a chick, and she's wearing the mesh thing on. So
Yeah.
he literally has both a female and a male orgasm at the same goddamn time. Which is crazy.
Shit.
That's probably why
Okay.
he fucked up. But
Go ahead. Sorry, Ninja, I had to just continue with
Yeah, but once the guy dies with him, the patient dies with that net on, and he feels basically the death, things change, and he gets a hardcore addiction to basically feeling other people's pain.
Yeah, feeling other people's pain, death, and everything. So
Did anybody get the same feeling like from Professor Pig?
Yes.
Batman?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what this reminded me of.
Yes. But what's interesting, like, for him to kind of keep, so once they realize that he's kind of fucking psycho, they kind of let him go from his job, but he starts doing self-mutilation to himself to try to feel pain. And what's crazy is that since he's a doctor, he knows how far he can go. Like, he's cutting off like fingertips, breaking off his nose, cutting his ears, like he's doing all kind of crazy shit
it
to
was rough
himself.
to watch.
But then there's a point where he goes up to a homeless guy.
well, the reason why is because he was missing a really important factor, which was fear. Because he knew.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't fear killing himself, so he just knew he was fucking himself up.
And
Yeah.
that added to his pain or his pleasure from the pain because it kind of mixed with that adrenaline or whatever of the fear.
So he goes up to a homeless guy and fucking basically drugs him and puts the thing over and starts stabbing him and shit. And then,
Well,
Does it drill
he tased
through
him and drills him
oh
in
yeah,
the
he
face.
drills him. Yeah.
Yeah, drills him in the face.
Oh,
And he
it's all
just
bad.
And then the guy dies, and then he basically goes out, and he's living in a perpetual pleasure for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a coma. Yeah. Jeez.
With a fat hard on.
No.
Yeah, with a fat fucking.
Even though the hard on was
the hard
supposed to be
one was
fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did say you made that shit up.
And I thought that one was so. The reason why, so K-Mac was watching, and she's like, I can't watch this because like all the fucking crazy like, gore and shit. And then the next one came up, and I was like, that one's actually kind of worse as far as like
This is the relationship
the
one.
relationship. one, This couple.
One night stand.
Well, no, it wasn't a one night stand.
No, yeah, originally it was. That's
was
how they
it?
met.
I thought
okay.
they met. I thought they fell in love and shit
Well,
at
they
a
fell in
party
love.
and all that.
They fell in love after they fucked.
Yeah, it was. They met at a party.
At a
and fucked.
party, met at a
knocked
party.
her up.
So it's not a one night stand if you stay with them. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
Well, they slept on the first night. That's basically what happened.
Oh, so wait, keep in mind this is all within the same episode. So these are stories being told by the lady at the Black Museum.
No, it's being told to her.
Yeah, that's
by
what I
Ro-
meant.
by
That's what I
Rolo.
misspoke. But yeah, this is the story being told to her.
And so the reason why Rolo's important is because he's the guy who's basically integral in all of the stories. So basically, there's this couple gets together, black and white chick. They have, first time they meet, they have sex. They end up eventually having a child. And when she's pregnant, once she's giving birth, I think she dies.
No.
Well, no, she doesn't die, but she goes into like,
No, that's not what happened. Didn't she get hit by a bus?
oh, that's right. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That shit, I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're just taking a picture of both of them, and she gets by a bus. And
Yeah,
she's in a
that-
coma.
But what's crazy is like they're like I don't think it was a truck or something because they were in a park and she was just like walking back
Backing
in
up,
the park
yeah.
and just
Yeah, so she's
in a coma.
basically in a coma, and he visits her every week. Their kid's growing up. He's raising them as a single dad, and eventually they figure out how to. He can talk to her, and she can answer with yes or no, with like this light, red or green light.
yeah
And so, he's asking her questions and all that stuff, and then Rolo happens to
rolls up in there.
happens over here. Over here is like all this stuff about the case, and he's like, "Hey, we got something we could do for you, where we can basically put her mind into your mind."
Right when he said that, I was like, hell no.
Yeah, I was like, "That's probably a
Hell
pretty
no,
bad
this is
idea."
gonna go bad right away.
Yeah, so he's like, she'll feel everything you're feeling. She can talk to you,
Hug her kid.
but yeah, when you feel stuff, she'll feel it. And so as he's saying that, he's like, I don't know, I gotta think about it. And then in the background, you see like the yes no light say
Yep.
yes, because she's stuck in a fucking coma.
Yep.
But the thing is though, is that when they transfer over her consciousness, her body's gonna die.
Yeah.
And so he ends up saying yes, goes through with it. And at first, it's all good. Like
She for like a visual effect, it's like she's sitting in this movie theater, in just a one-seat movie theater with a big widescreen thing.
It's almost like straight from Get Out when they
in the
go into the sunken place.
Yeah.
But
And
she's
he's
got
like-
a nice comfort chair.
She's able to talk to him, and it's like he
In
hears
his
her,
head.
Yeah, he hears her voice in his head.
which is annoying. And
Well, it becomes annoying.
It was good at first, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he was like taking a piss, and she's like, "You're not gonna wash your hands?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "No," and she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "No." And he's just like, kept going.
Yeah, and she's like, you totally checked this chick out. It's like, what? I just looked in her. No, you were totally. I could feel you fucking get a hard on.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's like, oh, fuck.
having a roommate basically in your head who, just has an opinion. on stuff.
That you can't turn off until you eventually can. He goes back to roll and he's like, yeah, this shit's driving me crazy, blah, blah. And they upgraded his system where he's able to mute her. And
pause, not just mute, pause her.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, he pauses her, and I guess he paused her for one time, and then all of a sudden, like
months, yeah,
8 months, 8 months passed or something like that. He turns it back on, and she's like, he's like, I'm sorry, because he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, and she's like, what do you mean? Is it Halloween? Like Halloween's not for a couple of months, and he's like, no, today is Halloween. I'm sorry, I paused you or muted you, paused you for a good 8 months. She's like, what the fuck? Like, what? Let me see my baby, and she shows the baby, and yeah.
There ain't no baby.
And then she gets mad, and he's like, pause.
Yeah, so eventually he meets another chick, and that kind of goes south too.
The neighbor chick, yeah.
Yeah, so they end up being like she gets weekend visits. So on before he meets that chick, he would basically put it so she was on weekends.
Yep.
And then he meets the chick, and then like the chick gets in the kid's life, and shit just kind of goes downhill. So they eventually try to find another option, and so this option is basically putting her in a fucking monkey. Her
consciousness.
like her
Teddy
consciousness
bear.
in a teddy. Well,
Yeah.
it's like a fucking plush monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and so they put her in this fucking monkey, and he was hesitant, but the new girlfriend was like, "Fucking do it, fuck
Yeah.
it." Right?
Yeah, because he
Once
knew
again.
that if he erased her, she'd be gone forever.
Yeah.
So
There's
this
no
way,
body.
yeah. So this way, putting her in the monkey would be a certain way. So the way that Rolo sold it, though, he talked about how he'd be able to communicate, but he didn't specify how exactly until after the procedure's done.
But what's also interesting about this part too is that like Rolo gives him the option, and when the female's there, the female's like, no, you're doing this. And the same thing was what happened with the mom, because Rolo was telling him about the whole like the implant into the brain, and the woman was like, yes, I want this to happen. So he goes with it, forward to the girlfriend, tell the same thing. The girlfriend's like, yeah, I want this to happen. So this guy is kind of a little bit of a bitch, man.
Yeah. So they put her consciousness in a monkey while she was paused. So basically, she was paused and woke up, and she wasn't in his body anymore. She was like, what the fuck? And then she couldn't talk anymore. All she had was these two buttons on each one on each side of her body. One that was happy, one that was sad. And what it would make the monkey say? Yeah, smiley face and sad face. And what it would make the happy one was like,
Monkey loves you.
The sad one was monkey needs a hug. So that's the rest. That's her existence.
Yeah.
Forever, basically.
Yeah.
But what makes it even sad is that so the kids are going to get tired of a fucking toy.
It became Toy Story.
Yeah, and eventually the little kid was like run up the stairs and just dropped the monkey and didn't go back for it. And it was sad too, because when the woman's inside the monkey, she can still see through the eyes of the monkey. So the thing she sees is the baby's daddy and the new girl sit on the couch, and you see the girl look around, look at the monkey, and just like gives like a nasty smirk. I was like, oh, dude.
Well, the fucked up part was when she was first in the fucking monkey's body, and and she kept saying, "Monkey needs a hug, monkey needs a hug," and she fucking snatched that monkey up. Was like, "Look, bitch, I'm not fuck this up." She's like, "You want me to race you? You want me to race you? You press the fucking happy button if you fucking know what I'm saying right now. You want me to race you?" I was like, "Damn, that's fucked up."
She had that monkey like choked up against the wall.
She
too,
did.
Like, she was really choking somebody.
She had it pinned with her whole fucking forearm.
Yeah, with a stuffed animal.
With a stuffed animal. It was like she pinned a human up against
she can
the wall.
feel it though. That's the thing. So
it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So anyway, the monkey, the stuffed monkey, is in the actual like glass case in this museum. You know,
and she's still in there.
Yeah,
she's still in there. Yeah. I was fucked up, but I realized that she was still in there.
Yeah, because she says, doesn't she say monkey needs a hug when they pull her out?
Yes.
Because they pull the monkey out.
Yeah.
And I thought he was giving. I thought he was going to give the girl the monkey, but she gave it back to him and she put it in the display case.
And then
the last one.
Next story.
Go with the last one.
So once again, it's still getting hot in this fucking museum because the AC is broken.
Yeah, and I think he had another drink of water.
No, he drank it all at once. He drank all the water at once.
Yeah, he downed it.
Yeah. And then gave her back the empty bottle, which is a dick move. But
yeah, it was kind of a dick move. The last one. There's a...
and in the beginning, the chick had a fucking English accent.
Yeah, I mean, I think she still has it at the beginning of this, but...
No, like
no, she
most
drops
episodes,
it.
she has an English accent.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that, Ninja? You fucking shit up.
Okay, but the last one is kind of a display, a behind glass display of a ghostly AI image of someone,
like hologram-ish.
Yeah, of someone
like
who looks
Tupac's.
like they're in a jail cell.
Yeah,
you know,
which is fucked up.
But he looks like he's got that 10,000 yard stare and looks out of it.
You know what's kind of
he's drooling.
You know what's kind of crazy about this story is that the guy looks like my uncle, like one of my uncles. Not the one that was at my wedding, but he looks like one of my uncles. I was like, damn, that's my uncle Michael.
Yeah, damn. So tell Rollo's story.
Yeah, so this guy, basically he was sentenced to death row for killing somebody, and he always said that he didn't kill this person. And
sorry, just jump in. So what's interesting about this story too is that the other stories, there's always like a newscast going on that talks about how this black character killed this person, and they're in every episode, and then the third one that we're about to talk now is that story.
Wow.
Yeah. So this guy always said he didn't kill the person. Rolo goes to him in jail and with a proposal. He's like, hey, you sign this thing, and your family get paid.
Yep.
And afterwards, basically, you'll live. Your conscience will live after your body dies, and he doesn't specify how, but he just says your conscience will live after you die, and your family will be able to see you. Blah 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 blah. So he signs up. He's on death row. He ends up getting the fucking chair. Before he gets in the chair, Rolo puts a little thing on his forehead, like this temple.
Yep.
And basically removes his consciousness and they fry his ass. And then Rolo goes in and he puts him basically in a fucking jail cell in his museum.
Glass box, yeah.
In a glass box, and uploads his consciousness there. And the guy was like, I'm here. Like, this is weird. Like, what's going on? He's like, why am I in a jail cell? Like, why am I, still in a jumpsuit?
Yeah, still in his
Prison orange.
prison uniform.
And so he is basically the main attraction of this place.
Yeah, it's a circus attraction where you pay money and you can pull the the executioner switch and fry him.
So they have this switch where basically they pull the switch and they no matter where he is in the fucking room, it puts him back in the electric chair and he's being electrocuted. Yeah. But they can't do it for more than 15 seconds or it'll fuck up his code.
Yeah, well, it's 10 seconds. Once it goes past that, then it starts fucking with the code. But 15, it'll delete
15,
it.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 is like the red. You start redlining and it'll get all fucked.
But the guy is experiencing excruciating pain, like he's dying for those seconds. All right, and the fucked up part about this is as he's feeling that pain, he can press a button and it'll give you a copy of his consciousness as he's fucking in pain,
screaming.
And that copy is him in agony for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
The Shuri character interrupts midway through with Rollo.
Wait.
Doesn't she?
Yes, but
before you get there.
Okay.
There's probably a part you're missing. So before they have an interaction, this whole time, that guy is like sweating a lot.
Okay.
And he's coughing, and the chick seems to be fine. All right. So this guy is like coughing a lot. And he's like, and all of a sudden, when they start getting into real interaction, he's having some real issues, like breathing
issues.
Like sweating. Yeah.
But wait,
Shuri. Hold on.
Are you talking about the chick or about the prison dude?
Just Shuri.
There's a big thing that happens before that happens.
It's just really fucking quick. Shuri just says, what about something along the lines of, what about all the people who were protesting this guy's innocence during his trial and during his execution? That was an important piece that she kind of brought up. Go ahead.
But then so the museum starts falling on hard times. Like they're barely getting any visitors coming in
because of that.
Because of the protests. So people aren't coming in anymore. So the guy, to kind of make money, he kind of starts letting people come in and pull the lever just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Sick, sadistic motherfucker.
Twisted. Like one dude fucking started to beat off to it. Like
he almost did.
Yeah, but then Ro pulled him out of there.
He unzipped and he was like, "No, you got it."
Yeah, but the guy goes past the 10 seconds, and that's when the code for the guy starts kind of getting fucked up. That's why he's just always kind of sitting in the corner looking like
sort of kind of glitching out.
Yeah. But then like there's a scene where they show that the wife comes by and she sees her husband and she like breaks down in tears, and eventually she passes away from some kind of illness or something like that.
She commits suicide, basically.
Oh yeah, she commits suicide. That's what it was.
And so we come back to normal time, and this dude is like looking real bad. He's barely fucking breathing and shit. He's like, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on. And the chick is like, oh, you're not feeling too good, huh? I want to take a seat. She pulls up a seat for him, and then all of a sudden her accent changes from English accent to Southern accent.
That was the part.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh shit, that's the daughter. It was that fucking dude's daughter. All right, so she poisoned this dude. And
sabotaged the AC.
It was in the water. Sabotaged the AC. Yeah, and the water that he drank was poison water. And so she's like, you look like pretty bad. Your lips look pretty bad. I think you got about 30 seconds to go. She puts on that fucking same thing that Rollo put on her dad to download his consciousness. Put it on his forehead, on his temple, downloaded his shit, and then all of a sudden he wakes up and he is in the seat just like the chick was that got hit by that fucking car.
Yeah, because at one point she pulls out a teddy bear.
Yeah,
backpack.
And that's her.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit.
No, didn't he? Didn't she put him into the museum thing?
The electric.
No, yes, he put him into her. She uploaded his consciousness into her dad. That was the virtual version of her dad.
Yes.
In the fucking electric chair.
That's it. Yeah.
And then she pulled the handle.
Yeah, well, she explained it that if she pulls the handle and it goes above 15 seconds, it would definitely delete her dad, setting him free. But Rolo would be stuck in agony there forever, and he couldn't do shit because he was stuck in that chair.
Yep.
And so she pulled that fucking lever, let it go, and then when it got past 15 seconds, the dad was deleted, but she pressed that button to fucking get that
The keychain.
fucking keychain.
Damn.
And so Rolo was stuck in agony for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Which
Damn.
was a fucking great. It just added. It was just
And
fucking
then
well done.
The cherry on top was when she walked out, she walked out, pulled something out of the fucking AC, it caught on fire, started burning the place down. She got in her car.
She also took the monkey.
She took,
Yeah,
the
took the
monkey.
monkey.
She got in her car, and then she's like, "Mama, did I do it right?" And then
Yes.
they show that the mom was in her head.
Yes.
The mom was like in the back seat like the
Yeah.
other chick.
Which
So
a
did they-
great clue to that was she was driving this old school kind of 60. I don't
Listen
even
to
know.
old music.
Yeah, listening to really old music, and you're like, this is this young chick, and it's obviously slightly in the future because of the technology.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is she so into kind of Motown era,
Like
60s,
jazz, yeah.
jazzy kind of stuff? And it made perfect sense when you see the mama in her head.
How did that not get a Golden Globe, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what the fuck?
Emmy.
Black
So
Mirror
wait.
needs to get fucking awards, many of them.
Hell yeah.
Didn't she hang Rolo over her rearview mirror?
Oh yeah, she hung him like fucking
Oh,
funny
yeah,
dices.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is that could you imagine having your parent in your head?
Yeah, that'd be true.
Yeah, it's a little.
I mean, I guess you could pause them, so if you want to get your little freak on, you can do that. But man, that's
Yeah.
Well, the
Anybody.
guy explained that. So the reason why, so the Black Museum is all for crimes,
Yeah.
right? And the crime for the thing with the guy was because he committed a crime by killing the fucking
Homeless guy.
homeless guy.
Yeah.
The crime with the monkey was that they made it illegal to make to download somebody's consciousness into an object that had less than 5
verbal command things, right?
like things that they could express themselves.
Yeah.
She only had 2, so that's why it was a crime. Mm-hmm. And so that was really important.
Yeah. It was a well-written, fantastic fucking episode.
It was. It definitely
And
was.
it leaves you kind of weirdly triumphant at
Sorry, I
the end.
forgot to finish my fucking train of thought there.
What was that?
The daughter could have downloaded the consciousness into a different thing later on. I think that she just wanted her to see everything that she
Yeah,
could
that would
do
make
to Rolo.
sense. Yeah,
So-
because she was obviously super intelligent, super well thought out, and had a
Yeah.
fucking plan and executed on
Oh
it.
yeah, she's the one that she hacked the fucking AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also the machine to be able to take that guy's consciousness and put it inside of a virtual reality guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart,
Cool.
smart. And I love the whole fake British accent and then going to America. It was just
Yeah.
brilliantly played, man.
But that chick is she's in Black Panther, right?
yeah, that's why I keep calling her Shuri.
Shuri,
you know?
Shuri, yeah.
So, yeah, I can't fucking wait, man.
But yeah, and I gotta.
If Blue read Black Panther, he would fucking know. You're gonna read it after fucking Black Panther comes out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but
No, look at you. It's gonna be fucking huge, man. I can't wait. Yeah, so
Dude, I
please,
can't
if
wait.
you haven't already seen this, go fucking watch that episode. Watch all the episodes. They're fucking
oh yeah,
great.
and it's short. It's like maybe 13 episodes so far between 4
Well,
seasons.
it's
Well,
short,
it
but they're like
depends.
more than an hour long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
One,
it's-
so.
Some are like almost an hour and a half.
yeah.
Some
The
are.
last one was like an hour 20.
But
Yeah.
they're well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
But look, it's hard to watch more than one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, cause you have to you'll watch one and be like, I gotta watch something happy now. This is too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dense. They got fucking dense material.
Extra dank.
Can I switch it up on you? What was this shit? I knew about this one. China bans hip hop and tattooed actors from the screen.
We don't want no darkies.
No, this is Chinese.
We don't want no darkies.
Chinese. What? God damn it! These are Chinese rappers
Yeah.
and Chinese artists that have tattoos, dressed a certain way, look in a certain way. China says, nope, you can't be on our screens. You're bad influence on the youth, disrespecting women and drug. This is what China
You
says.
gotta
And-
respect women.
yeah. Drug influence, yada, yada, yada. Stuff we have heard even over here as a criticism for plenty of different types of American music. Not just rap, but plenty of different types of American music. What do we think?
Listen, China has a totally different culture than America.
Yeah.
It's just different. I'm not gonna say it's good or it's bad, but it's different. They can do shit there that we can't do here. They're a communist country. They don't give a fuck. I don't necessarily agree, but then again, I'm not fucking Chinese. You know what I mean?
Yeah, won't they kill your whole family?
God damn you with that racist accent. Yeah.
Thanks, old ninja.
Yeah.
I know China, they censor a lot of stuff too. Like over there, they don't get YouTube, or like their internet is very filtered. Like they have their own version of YouTube there.
You cannot Google Tiananmen Square and see what we can see on a very straightforward news-like Wikipedia page.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
Censorship is par for the course for this country. What I was super disappointed in, there were a lot of people who were actually very supportive of this shit over here in the fucking States and wanting to see similar types of censorship, because that's what this fucking is at the end of the day. State-sponsored censorship of things that people don't like too. Things that people think are too negatively influential. You know, now you can not like trap music, you can not like country music, you can not like a whole bunch of stuff, but I get really disappointed when Americans start talking about, well, I don't like this, so the state needs to come in and say nobody can see this.
Those aren't Americans. Those are... They moved to China, bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's...
Well, actually, better yet, go to fucking North Korea.
There you
fucking
go.
Asshole. How about that?
There you go. It's just, it's super fucking disappointing. I mean, obviously, billions of people over, or 4 billion people over there in fucking China.
It's a lot.
Huge fucking country. It's sad. This is repressive, and I feel really bad for those people living under that, but...
Especially if you like rap and tattoos and stuff like that, like just to be told that you can't watch it or listen to this kind of music anymore.
I reject the whole thinking of you see someone on TV with a tattoo and then you automatically do what?
So I'm gonna play semi-devil's advocate here.
Go ahead.
Because it's only sort of. Because this is some of this. I'm just gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I did not hear this kind of backlash when it came to Japan and tattoos.
Tell me more about Japan and tattoos.
You can't wear your tattoos in public, sleeves, in Japan.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Nobody gives a shit.
And Japan has a democracy rather than the communist kind of one party.
Sort of, yeah.
But it's kind of, I guess it depends on the company. But companies here, they don't want to see your tattoos, so you usually have to keep them covered up.
No, most companies here, they're way more liberal here as far as tattoos go.
But when you say the censorship, just to clarify, are you talking about the government of Japan saying no, or are you talking about a company that owns like the ABC television network?
If you have like a sleeve of tattoos in public, people will look at you weird.
Culture.
Oh, the culture.
Culturally.
Because of the accuser.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this is just one person's opinion, but like a girl I was dating in Japan, like she had told me that like you can't have tattoos on your arms visible because you're gonna be viewed as being tied to the Yakuza, which is like
that's a great video
Japan's number one fucking gangsters.
That sounds dope as fuck. I'm just saying.
But then
that's American.
Do they get bitches?
Yeah.
But if somebody is part of the Yakuza sees you, then you're probably in fucking trouble.
Fucked up. Yeah. But let me just say this real quick.
They're little people, bro. I'm just kidding, Yakuza. Don't fucking kill me.
Yeah, goddamn. For me, though, I also, I've seen a huge drastic change in people's attitudes here in America, even in California, about tattoos, about piercings and whatnot over the course of the last 30, 40 years. They're way more acceptable than they were in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, even here.
That's true, but in some Asian countries, I have to specify Japan because I don't know how it is in China, but in Japan, people are getting murdered by motherfuckers with tattoos.
Oh, yeah, that's wrong.
That's the reason why.
Yeah, I'm against that.
Yeah, you don't see that, we don't have the culture of people with, not anymore, you don't see the culture of people with tattoos being, almost 100% of the time, being part of a gang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people, I think one thing that broke the mold was the military, the U.S. military, is because, especially the Navy, because people in the Navy, they're the ones that really brought the tattoo culture back to America.
I can hear you from your perspective on that. I have a slightly different perspective in terms of I feel like after the NBA was really adopting stuff with Rodman and Allen Iverson especially, it seemed to be a huge wave.
That was way after, man. That was way after the Navy started doing it. After the shit back in the fucking 40s, probably even the 30s.
Oh, I hear you. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, even though you're right on the time period, you see these athletes on TV way more.
Pronounced athletes.
Athletes with an F.
Athletes.
But you saw them so much more on TV.
I wonder.
That's true, but-
I wonder if in Japan, if you have like a tattoo of like a Hello Kitty, if they still look down on you like, oh shit, that's
Probably
Yakuza right
not.
there, boy, don't fuck with that person.
Yeah, but censorship is bad. I don't like it. I don't like it even happening over fucking seas. But I certainly don't fucking have any sympathy for the people over in America talking about, oh, we need to have fucking censorship of any type of music or any of that bullshit.
Well, see, I can't. This is the problem. Is that obviously it's easy to say that this culture is different from mine.
It's a two-way
Fuck
street.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can do the same. That's how you get ISIS. I mean, honestly, that's exactly the same reason.
Yeah.
What's interesting with tattoos
I can
too
say
is
that
that
they're fucked up for censoring, though. I mean, what do you mean?
It's the same reasoning that gets people like in the fucking terrorist organizations.
How so? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not.
Americans
forcing
can
your
show their
beliefs.
ankles. Fuck their fucking culture. Let's just fucking kill them all.
Oh, I'm not, dude. I'm not saying kill them all. I could be against. Hold on. Let me just say. I could be against something that only affects someone overseas. Though.
Yeah, you're
just
right,
the
but
policies.
you don't understand the culture, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't understand the culture, but the culture, at the end of the day, the government is censoring their citizens.
But everything you're saying, you're comparing it to our government and the way that we do things.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
When you're on one side of the fence, when you're looking over there, be like, oh, they're doing shit fucked up. I don't like how they're doing it. They have the same. It's like for example, how the way women dress in like let's say Middle Eastern.
Hold on. But one quick second. Let me just make one clarity point though on this. The citizens can decide, or collectively, that a minority or even the majority wants to change something culturally. The government over there is saying you don't have the fucking option to decide if your culture values this or that, and that's what I'm against.
No. Listen, we have a deep gun culture here, right? President Obama last time he just decided to do executive orders about our gun culture. It had nothing to do with the people. So it's the same kind of deal. The only thing that's different for you is that it's different culture.
No, completely wrong. The reason what I'm making a clarity is they have a one-party system over there. And it's a communist country that's saying, you don't get the choice to decide this is part of our culture, or we've changed it from the 1970s to now. It's top-down, this is what you will do.
But they try to do the same things here.
We still,
I just gave you an example.
No, but we still get to vote for.
No.
Hold on, wait, hold on. We get to vote for who decides that. There, it's.
That's really fucking flimsy, man.
We don't vote for who decides?
We vote for somebody who decides, but we don't have to agree with what they decide. I did not agree with what President Obama did with him signing executive orders on gun.
Absolutely.
Stuff. That's equally as fucked up to me.
I see. I'm totally.
The same thing.
I'm totally on the
Okay,
opposite side.
let me give you a better example. Net neutrality. Did we vote on that guy?
Oh, we
did not. So now you see how our culture's kind of fucked up too?
I'm not saying that our culture is not fucked up. What I am saying is when you have a one-party system where there's no minority, no dissent whatsoever, and you don't even get to vote on
Net
anybody.
neutrality was like a 6-4 vote. It was a group of people. It wasn't a one person.
Not only nobody voted, the people did not vote on those people.
We voted on the people that represent. It's sort of like an electoral.
No, all those people are on that fucking thing. And Ajit Pai, nobody voted on Ajit Pai. I don't think anybody voted on the other 6 people that are on that fucking board. Nobody votes for them.
What we said.
They're appointed
By who?
the government.
But people we
put people in these positions to make decisions for us.
Yes, but when they go against our decisions, like if you look at like the vast majority of the polls for like net neutrality, most people are like, we need to keep net neutrality in there, but they're going against people's wishes. So that's why I'm drawing a parallel between that and China and this particular issue.
We can pick and choose the issues because a lot of people said, especially after the whole Connecticut thing,
we can pick and choose some issues.
The public perception and the vast majority of the way people felt at the time after the elementary school got shut up in Connecticut was that we need tougher gun laws, et cetera, et cetera.
But we didn't vote on it.
I didn't. But the people that we put in charge to make these decisions for us, they tried to pass a law, eventually got shot down, and the vast majority of the American public was upset. The vast majority of people said, we need tougher background checks, et cetera, et cetera. It was put up, they got shot down, people were mad about it, but that's the way our government's set up. We elect these people to make decisions to represent what we do.
And it's
now, if those people that we put in those positions, with China, it's one head man says, yeah, we're doing it this way, my way, fuck everything that you...
That's what the guy did.
That's what they always do. It's one guy. There are specific sort of examples where the guy just sort of bucks, or the Senate bucks, or whatever it is that goes against public perception.
I thought we were going to agree, but we're not going to agree. All right, because listen, like I said, I think the first example that I gave with the gun shit, probably the best example. But the most recent one with net neutrality, that is a great example because nobody voted on any of those people. Nobody voted on any of those people.
They're appointed.
No, yeah, they're appointed, not by the people.
Do we vote on Supreme Court justices?
No, that's a problem too.
They're appointed.
Yeah,
by the person that we vote on, who is the president.
That's like third part. That's like not even direct.
But it's democracy. That's
not democracy. That's a republic. That's why we're called a republic. This is like fucking.
Well, okay, if we're talking about pure democracy, okay, yeah.
But you don't see
there's a huge difference between
there's a drastic difference between a republic and the one-party rule government of China.
I guess the best.
That's what I'm against.
No, I understand the one-party rule, but like I said, that's cultural shit. But as far as like us not voting on shit, like the net neutrality thing is probably the best example right now because we didn't vote on anybody that had anything to do with that shit.
One counter. I'm sorry, I want to get you in blue. But the reason that I'm against the cultural stuff is because it's all dictated by the one-party rule.
But it's also, this is what I'm going to go back to, is that it's not our culture. And that's why I was just bringing up the thing that, hey, it seems weird to us, but it's also weird to them that, we do things our way.
I hear where you're coming from. I am always going to be opposed to the repression of anybody being able to decide more for their future, even overseas.
But
it still happens here, though.
I was gonna jump in real
I'm
quick.
not saying it doesn't, but I'm against that.
So I was gonna bring up like how back in the day they try to like stop rap music from becoming mainstream.
Who is they?
Tipper Gore, fucking Al Gore.
I just want to put it out there.
Hillary Clinton, yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Didn't Tipper Gore form a committee?
Tipper Gore the reason why you have that little symbol on the bottom of the album saying parental advisory was because Tipper Gore heard a Prince record where I think it was Darling Nikki or some shit.
It was a Prince record?
Yeah, it was a Prince record.
And Darling Nikki is a filthy song.
Yeah, so I mean it was great too. But she heard some foul lyrics on a Prince record and Congress blah 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 blah. You get that little parental advisory, which I'm not opposed to seeing on there.
But I'm talking about like they try to get like to ban rap music too. Like weren't like like I haven't watched South Central
NWA.
Not NWA. Straight Outta Compton because they touch on that a little bit too, right? How they got arrested all the time just for being rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but what about something more recent like the whole pants sagging thing? Because they were trying to pass laws out in the East Coast.
There are laws in the South where you can't.
Where you can't sag, so you would get a ticket or even incarcerated.
Which is where they sag too.
It's a gray area.
Get this booty
going to.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Goddamn. All right, we went all the way there on China.
I feel like everybody who sags should go meet Fleece Johnson and
is he still alive?
Yeah, and he's out. Right? He's
Shut
out, right?
the fuck up.
I think
the Booty Warrior?
Yeah.
Is that his real
Is
name?
he really out?
I thought he was.
I thought he got out a while ago.
Yeah,
if he's out, goddamn, I don't feel safe in this public.
He's old now, so.
But hey,
that don't stop him. I don't.
Bill Cosby's old too.
Ain't nothing more important than booty.
All right, goddamn it.
Since you brought up Bill Cosby,
what you got to say?
I was going to talk about the sentencing for the Larry Nance guy.
He's back in. He was released on March 5th, but then fucking 8 days later, he got arrested for robbery.
What? Hey, you know what? There's nothing more important than booty.
I'm just going to remind me of something on this part that I'm going to bring up.
All right, go ahead. What was this, Larry?
Larry Nance, and it seems like we've been talking almost every week about some sort of accusation between sexual assault and sexual harassment and everything. This Larry Nance scandal has to do with American gymnastics, where this coach who was working with Michigan State University.
Well, I thought he was the physical therapy doctor.
Well, he worked with the USA Gymnastics, and he was like the team doctor.
Okay.
That was assigned with these gymnasts, these female gymnasts, and it turned out that he was molesting and actually sexually assaulting them. Underage girls for well over around 20-ish.
God damn.
Years.
So look at him.
Yeah.
And these are like the Olympic gymnast ones,
the
right?
actual United States Olympic gymnastics team, like the ones that you see like doing the stuff stuff, and we're going all hard for getting like gold medals, and not that was bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you fucked that up.
Yeah, I try to catch myself real quick, but the ones that we're get really passionate for winning gold medals and stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on. The only time most of America gives a shit about gymnastics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Oh, for sure. It's true. It's only during the Olympics.
But what had happened was this female, Rachel Hollander, her last name's a real long one.
Tough to pronounce.
But she came forward, and like I've sort of been saying, it's like if come forward and put a case on these people.
Yes.
And she started a wave of other victims to come out and publicly say, yeah, he molested me too. And they did an investigation. He was found guilty of a shit ton of counts of molestation. And during the sentencing phase, he pled guilty, so there was no actual full on-out trial. So it was mainly just sentencing after he pled guilty. And they literally trotted out about 150-something girls.
Wow.
And it was like 2 weeks worth of testimony and just like them just frying this dude in public court.
150?
Yeah. And they all came forward. They were testifying. They had the girl, Ali Rossman, who was
Damn, that chick is hot now too.
she's hot. Yeah. She came out and she was molested by this dude.
All right, goddamn it, don't fucking fry me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and they all just laid into him in court, and he got sentenced today to a minimum of 40 years, max of 175.
He's an older dog.
He's older dude. He's and this was just from the on the local state level and for Michigan, for the state of Michigan.
Dang.
He's already got like 60-something years federally, so this is just like sort of throwing more years on the pile. But he's gonna die in jail, and I just think it's a really good example of how if some, and I understand it takes a lot of courage to come forward, and be the first person to say like, yeah, he molested me, he took my innocence, he did this, he did that. But you look at the results that what happened in terms of they are shutting down a huge
That escrow?
Yeah, it is. Sorry.
they're shutting down a huge organization with U.S. Olympic Gymnastics, a prestigious university with Michigan State, because it's been reported that those officials knew what was going on.
Oh, that's some fucked up
Some
shit.
Sandusky shit.
It's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse than Sandusky.
Way worse than him.
Yeah, it's worse than Sandusky, and it's more of a sports thing to really get into the actual in depth of it. But I'm really happy to see that it was a success, and I hope it does provoke and inspire more women who are assaulted to come out and seek legal, like criminal consequences and punishment for the people that are doing these crimes against you. And I think that this shows a real good example of what happens if you stand up and not to diminish the people that don't have the courage to say it, but to see the reward in terms of like we all have your back if somebody is molesting you, taking advantage of you, and doing this and whatever, and we will all be supportive, and you can take down the evil empire of whatever company or organization it is if you can show to us and present to us that this actually happened.
Yep.
The thing that sucks when it comes to kids is that
Well said.
a lot of these adults would use their power over the kid to let them know like, oh, if you tell anybody, you're going to get in trouble.
The parents were in the room a lot of these times, and they were saying like, oh, he would like sort of pull a sheet or position himself when he was like massaging calves and doing. But because a lot of people are victim of like, oh, well, where were the parents at this? The parents are in the room, but when you pulled your quad or whatever, let me massage it out for you. And kind of creepy shit like that.
I'd be like, look, you let me know how to do it, and I'll do it.
And then to sort of touch on the booty warrior, and I do think it brings up a very interesting discussion point, because the main point of the criminal justice system in many ways is to help rehabilitate people. I am of the belief in certain aspects that not everyone can be rehabilitated.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I am pro death penalty in certain cases, and I do think that this person, and I was listening to a talking head on TV, were like, oh, we should work about trying to rehabilitate this. Like, no, fuck this dude. 150 something people, they ain't no coming back from that. No.
Even castrating that dude wouldn't be enough.
Just bury him in the jail, let him die.
Which is what did the judge say? Did she
she said I signed your death warrant. Like he was very defiant still about, oh well, jail, be victim blamed, and did that, and et cetera. Like,
how are you defiant but you pled guilty? How Sway?
That's true.
He made up all these excuses, and the judge was like, "So, do you feel that you're guilty of what you did? Do you understand?" And he's like, "I pled what I pled."
Okay, then that makes it pretty easy.
But in terms of like him accepting responsibility,
He probably didn't.
I know the judge had also said something like, "I hope you never see the light of day" or something like
of
that.
course.
So yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah, so
I hope he gets ass raped in jail.
I mean, we talked about
will.
it.
I hope he goes where Fleece Johnson is.
That'd be fucked
shit.
up.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I won't.
It goes back to what we've said, or at least I've said for a while now. Is like, look, if somebody really sexually assaulted you, you need to take them to court, because no matter what you do, no matter what you say, if somebody is, especially with this recent wave of Hollywood allegations and all this shit, if you just give allegations to somebody like, oh yeah, I'm done, you know, his fucking career is ruined, but the motherfucker's still rich. He's gonna go home to his mansion. He still has investments. He still has properties.
Yeah.
The motherfucker's gonna be fine. He is gonna be fine unless he feels bad. He might commit suicide, but that's probably not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's be honest here.
I think with a lot of these cases too, like, sorry, go ahead, continue.
But if you take him to fucking court and he's found guilty, the motherfucker gets thrown in a box. All right, where he either gets thrown in a box for a long time and rehabilitated, or gets thrown in a long time and doesn't get
it
rehabilitated.
takes away
Fuck.
everything that we've talked about before. Like, oh yeah, he'll lose some money. Yeah, you're gonna lose money in jail. Oh yeah, well it'll fuck up his job.
Yeah.
You
have
can't
no
work
money.
in jail.
Unless he's a rapper, can make the next dope album.
Yeah, just remember, there's people in Hollywood right fucking now that have gone to jail, or I'm sorry, not have gone to jail, but they have been guilty in court for sexual assaulting somebody, and they're still making movies. All right, so let's play the field here and try and fucking. That's a bad example, I guess, but. You have to make sure that you make sure that they're in court and you have legal means to have them lose a part of their life, the same way that you lost a part of your life.
Telling your story to TMZ does not equal the same as telling your story
Anonymously
to the
telling
police. Tell the fucking police. Don't tell the fucking tabloid, the newspaper, or make an Instagram post. Go to a fucking law enforcement agency and get this dude fucking behind bars.
And let's
This is
clarify
what happened.
one quick thing, because there's been a lot of stuff going around, and everything always seems to get muddied with the waters. There's a clear difference between sexual harassment occurring in the workplace, and then which can get you fired, and then a sexual assault occurring anywhere, which is a criminal blah blah blah, criminal offense and all that stuff. So a couple different things that muddies the water, and then on top of that you have people like Aziz accused of having a bad date with someone, or James Franco accused of maybe banging groupies. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on that seems to all get kind of thrown in the same pot, and they're not all quite the same flavor.
Yeah, and then you also kind of got to take into account too that some of these stories that these actresses are coming back out with is stuff that's happened like years ago. So like the statute of limitation.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're underage, I think there's a longer time. But yeah, if it's been over, I think like 10 years or something, then they can't.
So it depends on.
So they can't
where
really
you're at.
go to court and try to get the person to go to jail. So
Try your best,
But definitely, if you've been assaulted, definitely reach out to a police officer, get that person arrested.
I'm gonna say this as a dad. Like, I'm surprised that more of these people haven't gotten murdered. I mean, I'm serious. Like, if I knew that somebody like sexually assaulted my daughter, like, I don't know what would stop me from at least fucking you up.
Especially
You know what I mean?
a doctor, someone you trust.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, there's like one story where a dad was like he was at a court date. It was a court trial. The dad was like sitting in the front row. Right when that dude came out, the dad jumped the fucking seat and started beating that dude's ass. Like the dad actually got arrested for assault just because of that. But man, I fucked dude up too. Tried to.
Yeah, I'd go to jail for that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I wouldn't even have a problem with it.
Yeah. It's just really unfortunate. I'm glad it's got a lot of national attention and stuff.
Good shit.
That's
Good shit. I'm glad. And well said. I'm glad you described that in detail.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if Subway Jared is getting fucked up in prison.
No, I don't think he's in jail. Is he like on parole or some shit?
God, no way.
Oh, that happened like 3 years ago. He ain't fucking out on parole.
What are you talking about?
Jared.
Subway Jared.
Subway.
He's in jail.
He's in federal.
Yeah.
Kitty porn is no joke, man. Fuck all that shit.
He had Subway money, not fucking Koch brothers money.
Fuck that. So I know you guys don't watch this show, but there's a lead actress, Tracy Ellis Ross. She's on Blackish. earlier this week there was a huge, I don't know, kind of a. Go ahead, Blue. You were gonna.
So actually, I looked up Jared, and 2 days ago he was released on bail.
Shut the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
You look that up
I'm
again.
fact checking.
Yeah, fact check his ass. All right. So, lead actress on the show Blackish or whatever. Anyway, online, huge scandal going on. A lot of people like the show. People felt that, again, with the Hollywood salaries, there was a pay gap discrepancy between.
It was denied, man. You had to read the whole fucking.
Yeah, it was
headline.
denied.
Jesus Christ.
He tried.
His earliest possible release date is 2029.
Yeah. Beat them BTI fake news. Anyway, so she's on the show. She plays the wife, kind of like Marge Simpson, although she's like a doctor on the show.
She's Diana Ross's daughter, right?
Diana Ross's daughter, absolutely. She was on the show Girlfriends back in the day as the lead as well. There is a controversy over her pay going on right now. The lead actor, I believe he's the lead actor, that may be telling, Anthony Anderson is on there and supposedly makes some percentage more than her. Do we think in any way that if there is a discrepancy, it is possibly warranted, or what do we feel about
This is the same fucking problem that I have when everybody brings up this fucking stupid ass pay gap bullshit. Show me your body of work. How much shit have you done? If you've done it just as much as he has, then there should be no pay gap. But if you have not, and you're not the main, then there should be a pay gap.
Yeah.
There should be. Like, this is the stupidest fucking argument ever.
Well,
I don't understand this shit.
This kind of parallels with House of Cards, because the female actress who plays the wife of the main guy on there, Jason Spacey, she protests about having like the pay gap, and they actually was like, okay, yes, like she actually came in and brought the proof, like, hey, I'm bringing in numbers just as he is. I'm also really good on the show. People are talking about me. So she brought in the proof, and she got the pay be increased.
She is not Kevin fucking Spacey.
No, but she got the same amount of pay though.
I understand that, but she is not Kevin fucking Spacey.
She's still a powerhouse of her own.
That's up to the producers, and that's up to the main actor. If the main actor, if Kevin Spacey
in the studio
before he started doing whatever, is fine with it, and he's like, you know what, you can pay me less, and I'm down with giving her more money, then okay, that's fine. But you can't just go and strong arm these fucking people. Do we want? And it's funny because they replaced Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because of this. When she was like, "Oh yeah, we're all going to get the same money." No, we're here to see Will.
Holy shit!
He was just Fresh Prince at the time.
Yeah. Did fucking Rudy Huxtable say like, "Oh, I need Bill Cosby money"?
Nope.
No. We know who the main actor was. The reason why we started watching the show was because of this person. Now, if we're watching the show, we're like, yeah, they're a good actor, then maybe give them a fucking pay raise or whatever. But that's up to the fucking showrunners. But also, that's their decision, and you knew what you fucking signed on for. It's also when you're getting into a TV show with this A-list actor. You're like, you know what?
I'm not sure he's A-list.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider him.
Whatever, with a main actor.
Hold on, he's definitely. I don't know who the fuck this chick is.
She's Diana Ross's daughter.
She's
been in a bunch of movies.
Notice what the fuck you just said. Notice what the fuck you just said.
I think you would recognize her face if you pull her up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But notice how everybody describes her as Diana Ross's daughter. Anthony Anderson, I know exactly who the fuck that is. Well, everybody knows who the fuck that is.
Well, I will say this. It depends on what you watch, because I had to look this up, but she was the lead on a sitcom, Girlfriends, for I think it was like 8 years last decade. Yeah. So she's led her own television comedy sitcom,
which you can watch on CW Seed.
I hear you. I'm just saying she has done the lead before. I do watch this show. I think it's ridiculous to think that she's like there isn't a lead with him and her being the co-star kind of.
Yeah, I would imagine because they're parents, aren't they? Don't they have equal screen time?
No, let me say this. No. Let me say this. They are parents in the household, but one of the primary things that happens on every episode of this show, they go to his work, and he has a whole scenes with his coworkers. Every episode, they do not do that with her. So it's obviously primarily his show that she's the wife who's a working doctor on there, but she's not on the same.
I can literally think of like hundreds of shows that describe this situation. It's like with Married with Children. Al Bundy was the fucking dude that we all sort of tuned in to watch. And then Peg Bundy, oh yeah, she's funny as hell too. She's a great actress. Christina Applegate became a great fucking actress and her career shot up. Should they have been getting paid the same amount as Al Bundy at the time? Nah. Like fall back on that. Like it doesn't work like that. And
he definitely brought in the viewers though. Al Bundy brought in the viewers and he was fucking hilarious.
Well, that's
what
point.
you get paid for.
Yeah,
it's just like if you watch Living Single, like who should have got paid the most in Living Single?
I think Queen Latifah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And nobody would have a fucking problem saying that.
Yep.
And I think that people forget about that shit because she has the bigger body of work. She was the draw. People watch that to see her. And the other characters, they were ancillary. We got invested in them.
Yep.
But most people watch the show because Queen Latifah was in it.
That's true.
And I think people fucking forget about that shit.
Martin.
Is the fucking draw.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Martin is a good example.
Yeah, Martin's a great example. Especially when you think of Martin and then you think of Bad Boys. Do you think that Martin made more money than Will Smith in Bad Boys?
No.
Fuck no.
idea.
But he was the lead in fucking Martin, right? He had his own fucking show.
Yeah. That's
he had
a
a
good
long
point.
comedy career.
Yep.
You know?
That's a good point. A great point, actually. It's sad. And the other thing that I have a huge problem with is why is this public? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Why?
these are negotiations.
Yeah.
I mean, I
that's a
think
good question.
it probably may come down to screen time. Like,
Okay.
how much are you on the screen, both big and small? 'Cause
It's less than him.
The more that you're on the screen, you should be getting paid more, basically.
Hey, I'm about to hit a home run right here. What about Roseanne?
Yeah. She got paid more than everybody.
Yeah,
It was her show. It's named after her.
Yeah, but should we be should
Still think of Martin.
should the male good was it good no
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
yeah should he have
Or-
started bitching and said I'm striking, this is bullshit, blah blah blah, like no, it's not your show. She's making a shit ton of money. People tuned in to watch Roseanne.
Yep.
You're there as assisting side, not to say side characters, but you're not the lead head dude.
And she was one of the greatest female comedians of all time.
Certainly. But here's what happened, though, too. John Goodman was on that show for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years, however long it was fucking on. Afterwards, he went on to have one of the most amazing careers ever.
He continues to have an amazing career. He's in a lot of shit. He's been nominated for Oscars, Golden Globes, and he's still knocking it
I
out.
would say he's made way more money.
Over time, yeah, but
you
not
know?
at the time of the show.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have gotten as much money as Roseanne at the time.
Well, here's the thing: who knew
propel your career?
who knew who John Goodman was when the show aired?
Nobody.
I had no
I didn't know
idea
who
he
Roseanne was until the show aired. I didn't even know she was a
I
comedian.
knew who Roseanne was.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
her
know.
stand-up was her stand-up was raunchy as
Yeah, it was.
fuck, and I loved it.
It was unheard of for female comedians at the time.
Yeah, she really broke some barriers. I'll give her credit for that. So this was an
She
ugly.
could have got a Netflix special at the time.
She would have gotten more than $500K.
But wait, what's interesting is that they're bringing Roseanne back.
That's true. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
It's
And they're
coming
bringing
to
out the
Netflix, isn't it?
entire fucking. No, I don't think it's.
It's coming
it's
to a
AB
streaming service.
I thought it was
I think
ABC.
it's a streaming
I thought it was a streaming service.
Yeah, it's gonna be a streaming service. I don't think it's Netflix though. I think it might be like CBS or something like that.
Oh fuck.
But they brought back like everybody,
Everyone's
the
back.
original cast,
Which is weird because
everybody.
apparently, like in the show, John Goodman's character dies.
Yeah, you had like a heart
But
attack.
I guess in the on the promo reels that they're running, they're talking shit about him coming back.
That's
and
awesome.
not dying or some shit.
Everyone, I guess, think that it's a Friends type situation where it's like, oh yeah, we all should get paid the same. Everyone's watching us equally or whatever. After that dumb Friend show that I don't watch.
I watched that show for.
Yeah, it's a terrible
But people
show.
just, I guess,
nipples are
don't
show.
realize they're just not self-aware.
Keep it in house. Negotiate better. Get
Yeah.
your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been meaning. I think I'm not sure if I brought this up on the podcast before, but do you think Blackish is a little bit of like kind of a racist term for a show?
If you watch
It's
the
almost like an insult for a person, right? For a black person, like, oh, you're black, but you're blackish.
if you watch the show, it's a super fucking light comedy that has almost nothing to do with the programming at
Right.
all.
But I understand what Blue's saying though.
And
Yeah.
the other show too is Fresh Off the Boat.
Yeah.
Like, how is that? I kind of got into a little bit of debate about this, but I think it's just an age gap between the person I was talking to.
Yeah,
Like back in the day, like somebody who was foreign, you fresh off the boat, like that was like an insult to them.
Yeah.
I definitely get you. It's kind of at least for Blackers. I don't watch Fresh Out of the Boat, but it's kind of just a play on words, to be honest with you. But
Well, it's play on words, but it's also super fucking annoying when I talk to somebody like, "Oh, you don't sound black." I'm like, "Bitch, what the fuck am I supposed to sound like?"
oh yeah, no, we get that about this podcast. I definitely hear that. Yeah. So anyway, we will fucking see. God damn it! What are we moving on to? Do we have any we want to do B the B's?
We got a few.
All right. Who want to start it off?
I'll go my quick one real quick. Okay.
Go ahead.
What would you rather be forced to / what do you think you would have a better chance of surviving? And you only have a backpack. You can fill up the backpack whatever items you want, and then whatever you can carry with yourself. And you had to hike across the continent of Australia, South America, Africa, or Antarctica. Which one would you rather or think you'd be more?
Wait, you only have 3 on here.
I couldn't find the mileage because I tried to put the mileage thing.
Antarctica's way bigger.
Can I get some clarification though? When you say across, you're talking east to west or north to south?
Hey,
long route.
I did good question. I did north to south from Africa. I went from like the top to like Cape of Good Hope, and then I did the top and bottom for South America from top to like Cape of Good Horn or
let's
whatever.
just remove Antarctica because you cannot cross that on foot.
Okay.
It's impossible. It's too big, and you won't have food. There's no food to find on the way. So
Yeah, you would die.
yeah, you die.
Trying to eat penguins.
100% you die.
Penguins.
Yeah. No, there's no penguins there either.
There's
There's penguins on Antarctica.
in the middle. There's no
Yeah.
penguins in the fucking
They're
middle.
near,
I mean, you
they're
fucking
near
die.
the edges.
Take some with you. You don't
Yeah,
Hunt 'em and
Carry
drag 'em
with
up.
the snow.
carry enough food.
And so in Antarctica, there's like old whaling towns, but those are all rusted to shit.
But that's by the water.
Again, on the coast.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be fucked in the middle. You would die, like, probably 100 miles in.
And you couldn't really
Or
walk.
probably less than that.
So we'll go with the 3.
Well, you couldn't even do Australia too because the middle part's fucking desert and everything there is trying to kill you.
It's a mass desert. Everything in Australia will try to kill you. They have fucking crazy shit there. They have
So what would
the
you rather
fucking
do?
bird-eating
Question.
spider.
Answer the question.
So I'm going to go, even though what you guys just said is valid, but it would have to be Australia. Only because you guys are missing part of this, is that it's mostly flat. South America and Africa, no matter which way you fucking go, there's a lot of fucking mountains and shit. And good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. So I'm going to go with Australia. I'll probably fucking die, but I'll last longer than probably Africa or South America. So, on foot.
Dude, I think each one of these will fucking die.
Yeah, you probably die.
Yeah, because you South America, you're going through the fucking
Jungles and
jungle.
shit.
Yeah, you have to go through
Rainforest
fucking
and
the
shit.
rainforest.
So
Yeah.
wait, y'all know who Raul Julia is, right?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, so he
stripper?
died
M.
because-
Bison.
I mean, in Bison,
Yeah.
goddamn, he's still
Oh, okay.
So he was in South America filming something. He died of some unknown disease because he got bit by some fucking insect.
Yeah. Well.
Mosquitoes kill more people.
Malaria
Yeah.
is what you're trying to say. So
Well, maybe
So none of
mosquitoes
them-
carry them.
yeah,
I'm immune to malaria, so I'm good.
I'm gonna go for South America because
Oh God. Oh,
the favela's gonna hold.
Hilarious.
That's what I'm doing.
I'd probably go with Australia, even though most likely I would most likely die with some crazy fucking black mamba chasing my ass.
Hunt you
Or,
down.
yeah, some crocodiles, some crazy shark.
This is a good question. It's got some where in the world is Carmen Sandiego-ness to it.
Yeah, for real.
I like
you really got to fucking think about the whole environment.
this is all bad.
Oh, we had one from Dirty Stew earlier. Actually,
Yeah, I wrote it down. I put
hold
it
on. Before we go to the rest of those, let's talk about our sponsor of the week.
Okay.
This week it would be Loot Crate. Loot Crate is basically an awesome mystery box service that is Comic-Con in a box.
Yes.
What they do is, if you look in the live stream right now, I'm wearing a shirt. It's a Rick and Morty shirt with Rick. It's a pretty dope shirt. That's the latest Loot Crate that I got like a couple days ago.
Did you put together the Westworld thing that came in Loot Crate?
No, I was about to.
Oh, that shit's pretty dope.
I'll probably do it tomorrow.
So it's a scene where
You pull it
the
top
lady
button,
shoots the guy in the back of the head. Oh, it's underneath a bunch of stuff.
No, the one on top.
Okay.
That's why I said the one on top. You pull it down. Like, take a short to him.
Keep going while he's doing that.
No, he can talk about it while they put together while he's talking.
So yeah, it involves the one of the creators of Westworld and the main chick from the show, and it's a scene from the movie from the show where she's about to kill him, and like you see him, he's kind of like kneeling down, and she has a gun in her hand, and both of them look really sad. Actually, he's in a chair, but both of them look really sad. It's a really cool scene in the show if you haven't watched it.
But yeah, basically every month they send to you random geeky stuff. Like I said before a couple times now, it's Comic-Con in a box. It's great. I'm trying to put this together right now, but I'm like really messing this up. Man, am I retarded?
He's struggling with that one.
I am struggling. Oh, the upside down or some shit? No, I don't. Huh. Anyway,
Continue with the ad.
They give you toys, a T-shirt, stuff like that. They also have themed crates. They have ones like Loot Gaming, Halo, Fallout, Firefly. They got a Marvel one, Stranger Things. It's pretty dope. If you're on a budget, they have what's called Lootwear. Basically, they send to you a shirt and then some other kind of wearable like socks or gloves or something like that. And also, if you're a baller, they have what's called Loot DX, which where they send you more items and higher quality items, which is pretty cool. And every month they have what's called the Mega Crate, where everybody that gets Loot Crate of whatever kind, you get put in a drawing for the Mega Crate, and you get big box items like TVs and consoles and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope. They also have Loot Pets, which Stitch gets.
Yes.
So it's a great service. If you go to trylootcrate.com/BTHI, you will save yourself 10% on any new subscription. Once again, that is trylootcrate.com/BTHI to save yourself 10% on any new subscription. And now on with #AskBTHI.
All right. What was the second question?
All right, so next question, I kind of pulled this out of a group chat, but who do you think will win between Optimus Prime and a Gundam? A Gundam of your choice.
I am, right off the top of my head, I'm going Optimus Prime on this one.
Oh, really?
I like the fact that he is an alien, a sentient being, very wise, from an alien planet, knows his body, and has certainly proven himself in the battlefield, even though he has died. But he has kicked a whole lot of fucking ass over the years.
He sure has.
So I'm going Optimus.
I'm going Optimus as well, because once he figures out a weakness, he will either do one of two things. He will try to negotiate with you to stop, or he'll exploit your weakness. And in the comics recently, he's been extremely brutal, but like cutting motherfuckers up with his action shit. So I'm going with Optimus.
Yeah, Optimus seems like a pretty reasonable choice. He whips ass, knows how to fight, got a big ass cannon.
And he's got like a hidden axe, apparently. He has like an axe in his left hand.
Prodigy.
Oh, I already said I'm doing Optimus.
So did any of y'all watch Gundam?
I've seen a little bit of Gundam.
Oh, that's where you fucked up. Yeah, I'm going with Gundam, fucking 100%. What the fuck you guys are tripping? They're way fucking faster. Like, way faster.
Yeah.
And their weapons are way more powerful. Like, way more powerful. They they probably wouldn't even get a hit.
Yeah, I would say the Gundam I think that would... Well, one of my favorite Gundam is Gundam Death Sight. He's like... he's a Gundam that has like... He's part of the Wing series. For Gundam Wing, he's the one that has the scythe. Like the Death Sights, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he would fuck Optimus Prime up. Just because he's really fast and like, you know, he also can kind of camouflage in some parts. So I think Optimus Prime would be out of his fucking league.
Yeah, and they also have like Gundams that'll snipe you from like fucking a universal way. I mean, like they can fuck you up.
Yeah, he busts out the Matrix and everything dies.
All right. Was there one more you were mentioning?
Yeah, there's one from Dirty Stew. Okay, he's got two.
Dang.
God damn, two of them.
Yeah, so the first one is he says he keeps seeing posts about Captain America and Avengers Infinity War being Nomad. What is the relation of Nomad to Captain America in the comics?
I'm stumped already.
I can't know this. I know he's in black and shit, but it's been a long time since I remember. Nomad was like in the 90s, I believe. So
I did not read Cap during that time period. That's out of my wheelhouse, bro.
Yeah, that's out of mine too.
Out of mine is.
I'd have to literally look it up.
Yeah,
well, I think they're saying that because he had a beard, but. And he drops I know he drops the Captain America mantle, but I'm not knowledgeable enough.
Yeah, doesn't he go? He goes by Steve Rogers for a little while, and then.
Well, doesn't he also pick up a new persona too? Like
he's picked up a couple.
We are speculating hard as fuck.
Yeah.
We said it wasn't in our wheelhouse, and we started speculating.
So we don't know.
We need to research and come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. Sorry about that, fam.
So then his next question is, with a gun to your head, what anime would you like to see turned into a live-action film? What director would you like to helmet?
Ooh.
Fucking shit, Stu.
Into like an American movie? None. Zero. I don't want to see any of them in live action. None.
But that means you're gonna get killed.
I guess I'm fucking dead. I will die for the cause.
For the culture.
Yeah. I'll go. I'm gonna say fucking Robotech. I feel like I've answered this before, but I'd love to see Robotech. Either Neil Blomkamp or Guillermo del Toro. Starting off like it needs to be like an MCU franchise. But I can see one of them kicking that off.
Oh, Jesus.
Can it be animated? Can it be like animated?
It's gotta be live action.
Yeah, he says live action. And Robotech's had like movies, so.
I'm gonna go with a gun to my fucking head, Stu. I'm gonna go with JoJo, because I like fucking JoJo, even though there's been some shitty adaptations that have been live action. I'm gonna go with Tarantino.
Oh,
directing
shit.
JoJo.
It's gonna have Milo Yiannopoulos as what's that blonde guy?
Oh, Dio?
Yeah,
He would be a perfect fucking Dio. Dio Brando.
For me, I'm gonna say Ronin Warriors because we have the Power Rangers and that's live action. They're kind of similar-ish just because there's a group of 5 and they have uniforms stuff like that.
Goddamn.
But for director, I don't know who I would have fucking directed just because I'm not too. I'll have the guy who did Get Out. There you go.
Oh wow, Jordan Peele.
Yeah, they seem like they're nerds, so I think they might get the reference a little bit better.
All right, good shit. Sid, you got any?
I was trying to think of a director, but I think Food Wars would be hilarious. Watching fucking people just burst out of their clothes and fucking nut all over the place, eating some fried rice.
Golden Eggplant Award winning Food Wars.
I was trying to think of like a director that would make like a really good like fucking like sex scene, and just watching them just titties popping out when they're.
Damn.
Who did Death to Dawn?
I can see the director of
Death to Dawn was
21 Jump Street doing that shit.
Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to somebody.
Have Jon Favreau direct.
There you go.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
There, why
Actually,
not?
you know what? If you put a gun to my kid's head, that'd be. So if you did
Which one?
Cowboy Bebop with the director that did John Wick.
Oh,
I'd be down. I forget the guy's name. It is Chad. I can't pronounce it. Shit, what the fuck? Staleski?
All right.
Chad Staleski. Yeah, that dude. He can do it.
He's got some style. I'll give him that.
Or David Lynch.
David Lynch? Ooh, that'd be real dark.
Is it Lynch? It's pronounced Lynch?
Leech.
Oh, Leech.
Leech?
we never talked
Lights?
about how they're making a TV show of John Wick.
Yeah,
we did
didn't.
not. Who's coming to Stars, isn't it?
Stars. Wow.
Yeah, and I think Keanu Reeves is gonna still be in it.
I think he's producing. I don't know if he's in it per se.
If it has Keanu Reeves, then that's already
a huge
a hit.
Yeah, that's a huge hit.
Yeah.
But if he's like, even if they mention like them kind of chasing John Wick or whatever, maybe a glimpse of a cameo, should still do pretty
You
good.
just got to expand that world, but I'd be down to try it.
I
I
think it's gonna be
certainly fucking would.
They probably shouldn't call it John Wick. They probably should just be in the John Wick universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So am I right? It centers around the hotel where they all the assassins meet or
The
whatnot.
Continental.
Yes, the Continental. Well, there's more than like one hotel. There's the
They're all-
Continental.
they're all-
Called the Continental.
Yeah.
They are. Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
That's why you speculate, bro.
But it sounds like a fun idea, fun concept. The third one drops this year, or is that next year?
I think it's next year.
Okay.
Probably.
Good fucking shit. Should we? What else we got on here? Oh, Black Lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I still haven't watched season 1 or episode 1, but what was episode 2 about?
The one was the 100.
Yeah, the gang was the 100.
Yeah.
100 still fucking up shit around Freeland, Freetown,
Freeman? I don't know.
Freeland? Yeah, I think it's Freeland.
Freeland. It's interesting. I'm digging it so far. His youngest daughter needs to get put in check because she be doing some dumb shit.
Well, she's kind of suffering from, I would say, PTSD.
Post-traumatic?
Yeah.
I was thinking that too, but before all that shit happened, she was still smoking weed in the fucking club, full of gangbangers.
And drinking.
Weed is different, but like, I mean, that's you can just like kind of recreational, but like the fact that she was, well, I guess she was in the club too.
Here.
So, but she's like getting drunk as fucking like at school and stuff. So,
She's
I
a
mean,
high school kid?
Yeah.
Yes, hanging out with
come on
straight,
but it's hard to.
legit gangbangers.
Yeah, that's not a good
And
look.
trying to play all like innocent and stuff, and
Yeah.
but I mean, the only thing that throws me back is maybe it's just me, but I get a little bit annoyed with these with these superheroes just. The inability to tell who these people are just because they put on a fucking.
Mask.
He's got ski goggles on.
Yeah.
He has ski goggles on, and then he tints them every once in a while. But when he's punching Lala in the face, they're not tinted. So I'm like, Lala, you know who the fuck this is? They ain't too many 6'4" black dudes with bushy ass beards or whatever.
Well, not even that. Like this, like
Hearing
Black
the
Lightning
voice.
has like a very distinct fucking jawline too. It's like there's no way you cannot know that's. But I know in the comics that he wears like a fro to distinguish him from like his real self. Even though I don't read a comic.
They explained it. in this episode. Did y'all not pay attention?
Which
They did?
No.
Yeah, then the daughter was like, she was explaining Black Lightning, and she was like, she was trying to explain to me, she said it was like looking into the sun, because...
because you can't look into his eyes. Yeah.
God damn, Odinson, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Stepping on them toes.
Because if you notice, when he was around his kids, he did a thing with his eye thing that vibrated, kind of like Barry did.
Oh.
And so they couldn't look him directly in the face.
Okay.
I might have to go back
I'd have
and
to
watch
double
that
check
one.
it because I know sometimes when he gets mad and shit, his eyes get all glowy and shit.
That's
That wasn't it. It
That's
was
still
different.
way better than Ollie with barely wearing a green mask, and 80% of his face being exposed.
But what's also really interesting with this is that like the story from the other daughter's perspective, like the fact that she's actually a lesbian, which threw me for a loop. I didn't see that coming. But there's like a scene with her and her girlfriend like laying in bed and they're like underwear and shit like that. I was like, where are we going with this, CW? This is cool.
CW has, at least on Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl, and the
Every one of
crossover,
them.
Got lesbians in every one of their goddamn...
Yeah. And
Actually,
gay-
you're right. They do.
As if it's that common, but whatever. I'll roll with it. I like it.
Yeah.
and I mean,
And
they've had
Flash.
gay men too.
Yeah,
I mean,
because the
true.
Flash is
Echo?
the chief. Echo's gay, and then chief of police on Flash, he's gay.
Yeah, so it's not unprecedented on CW superhero shows.
I just didn't see it
Black
coming.
Lightning's
but it
wife
makes
kind of annoys me,
Oh,
or his
so?
ex-wife.
sense. How so?
Just in terms of like, she doesn't want him to go back being Black Lightning, but no, go get our daughters. But no, all right, stop doing Black Lightning shit.
Stop or go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, man, playing with this man's heartstrings and shit. When she okay, I guess, but Black Lightning could do better.
They, the secretary.
Ooh, that's
Oh, the one you showed last
Damn.
week.
Yeah, secretary be trying
I saw it
hard.
again this week. I was like, whoa.
And there's like a scene where you're like, are they gonna smash? Because the way she's like talking, she's like, if you need anything, just call me.
Yeah.
She wrote that.
Yeah.
One thing that they talked about in this episode was that the wife thought that he was addicted to being a superhero and to his powers.
Okay.
Specifically, which is interesting because in the beginning of the episode, I was wondering why he was going through basically like withdrawal syndrome.
Oh, wow.
And so I think that's what it was.
Okay.
So his powers come with the cost, apparently.
Would you say you guys enjoyed the first episode? Is the second one just as good or better?
Oh, yeah.
It's just as good.
It's enjoyable, yeah. The Tobias character is interesting.
He is.
You gotta have Mishka watch
The bad guy?
that for Tobias as well
man.
because she'll be freaked the fuck out.
Okay.
Dude, he freaks me out. Like, holy shit. Like, every time I see him, I'm kind of scared of him. Even though he won't come out that TV screen, just his
The way
like,
he
presence,
talks,
the way he
weird.
talks.
It
Yeah.
just throws me. I'm just like,
It's
weird. But it's
it messes with my mind.
Maybe
kind of
just-
creepy.
So what's interesting is that there's a female character whose daughter is being trafficked through this hotel.
Sex trafficking?
Yes. I mean, they don't. That's what the mom thinks, but that's pretty much what's going on with this hotel. And this hotel was the one that Black Lightning helped them shut down.
Yeah.
But it was basically shut down for like a night, and the next day it was back up and running.
And I like how they pretty much put it out that they're convincing these girls to be hoes.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, they get these girls.
He's like, they're like, we can shut down the hotel, but
Oh, wow.
Tobias
God,
Whale.
that guy's so fucking scary looking.
It's creepy.
Freaking me.
It still looks scary. It just looks weird. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just something about him. I mean, I guess it's the albino-ness, but yeah.
He's not an albino.
no,
he's not?
No, that's not albino.
Well, I thought he was.
No. He's just really light skinned.
Super high yellow.
Really? Okay.
But so this mom, she's trying to do her own like detective stuff. She's filming
Fucking
people,
idiot.
writing down license plate numbers, trying to like help the police do their job. But eventually, like she takes it beyond that point, and so she films herself approaching one of these the main thug dude, and with the camera and stuff like that, and dude's already fucking pissed off and just
She
Smokes
just
it.
takes it upon herself to confront Tupac from Juice.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
Tell him about what he needs to be doing and how she wants her daughter back, but her daughter's a hoe. Because they rescue her from the hotel, but she ended up going back to doing the whole life shit.
She's bottom hoe, or is she?
No, she's just addicted to the whole life.
Yeah, they
Because
definitely
like,
brainwash her.
they're like, we can shut down this hotel, but the girls keep going back to it and running
Yeah.
back to these gangsters. Well, whose fault is that?
Pimp self hoes down. Pimps up, hoes down. I like it.
Definitely brainwashing them.
I need to see it. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up.
Well, there's
It's an easy watch.
There's this other crazy scene where like the daughter and the mother sitting on a patio and chilling. Like they have police watching the house because they know that.
Oh my god, these police officers.
The bad guys want to fucking kill this family or whatever, right? Want to kill the daughters for snitching because snitches get stitches. But this little kid comes by and they're like, "Oh, it's just a little innocent kid." And the kid's from the first episode, and little kid goes up and it's like, "Hey, you want to buy some candy?" They're like, "Oh yeah," and fucking pulls out a goddamn gun.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
It's real out there.
Yeah, this show is really cool. I like how they touch on like some of the black things that happen, and like it's just a fun show so far for me.
Hold on, the actor that plays Tobias Well is part of a rap group,
Damn. Okay.
Oh shit, he is.
and they say he does have albinism.
Okay.
What the fuck? I'm looking for the name of the rap group.
Yeah,
Oh, Strong Arm Steady.
All right.
There you go.
We want to round it on. It's getting good. We got some reacts to do after this. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week?
So in 2 days, I will have Monster Hunter. So I will be smashing on that. I will try to Twitch out. Stitch and I have been slacking because every time we game, we don't Twitch. We're too busy, like adrenaline hyped up and ready to kill folks. And then we got Professor Dankenstein fucking our fucking flow up.
He's so bad.
He's just a bad communicator. Anyway,
This is on Wildlands.
yeah, it's on Ghost
He's
Recon
screaming in the
Wildlands.
mic and shit.
Oh, God.
He's trying to be all tactical. He fucking screaming, yelling.
Yeah, so I guess there's some kind of free, like there's an update, I guess, that expands the game in the next day or two. So I'll probably be on that. We got some stuff going on this weekend. I'm trying to get another episode of A Gentleman's Agreement out. Things fell apart this week, so I'm going to try to organize it next week. So be on the lookout for episode 2. And that's kind of about it.
All right, Blue, what you got?
Last weekend I helped out on a photo shoot and it went really well. It was really fun to do, helping out. What's really interesting about the photo shoot itself was that we used film, like actual 35mm film, which is interesting because with film, when you take a picture, that's it. You don't know if it came out right, so the film's got to go off and get processed. But what's interesting, we were metering with a digital. So metering, like you measured the lights to see if the film will actually come out, if it'll be exposed properly. So we used a digital camera to meter the lights, and then we turn around and use a camera, like a digital or a film camera, to take the picture. But what's interesting about it is that a lot of the settings with the film camera is totally different than a digital camera. So it'll be interesting to see how these pictures come out. But you can play with film once it's processed. You can play with like exposure and stuff. But other than that, this weekend, I'm not really doing much, but I did buy my tickets for the opening gala for SF Beer Week, which is gonna be fucking exciting.
VIP, right?
Only way I roll, baby.
There we go. Kronos, what you got?
Sorry, I'll talk about it later.
Got problems?
Yeah, there's shit's fucked up. Anyway, this weekend I'm competing at jiu-jitsu again.
Oh, that's
It's kind of like short notice for me. I told myself like 2 weeks ago I was not having a good time at jiu-jitsu. I mean, I had a good time, but I wasn't like doing well. And then I told myself if on like last Tuesday, if I had a good day, I signed up for like the next tournament. And so I had a good day, and it's been good. So I decided to just sign up for a tournament.
It's in Calipala's?
No, it's going to be at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
So I'll be there, and I'll be competing in two different types. I'll be doing gi and no gi. So yeah, I should be like a full day of fucking grappling.
Nice.
So hopefully I do okay. But it's weird because in no gi, I had to sign up in a bracket that could have me in the same bracket as black belts. So I'm just like, all right, this will be fucking fun. I might get fucking killed, but you know, whatever. So I'm trying not to have a fucking panic attack leading up to the fucking event because, yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. So I hope I do well. But yeah, I'm focused on that right now and then get my car back hopefully tomorrow. I should be done with my fucking car. And yeah, then you'll get the Jits cast again. And I've been talking to another podcast about doing some prediction podcast for the next Eddie Bravo Invitational. So that'll be cool. So prepare for that.
Nice. Sit, what you got?
I plan on probably tomorrow buying my ticket for the SF Beer Gala. Old Ninja said, Wildlands drops that new gameplay game setting with it's like an extraction, which should be pretty interesting. Because like we said, 3 of the 4 of our little squad is pretty tactical, and then the professor comes in just screaming, to your left. No, don't know who you fucking talking to on a team of 4 people, just screaming, turn around, to your left, or whatever. He's ridiculous. Other than that, just sort of chilling. I plan on also playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice. The DLC,
Yes.
Frozen Wilds.
That, and then I want to buy Assassin's Creed this weekend if I get time. And then tomorrow, I'm going to try to go down to Hollister. I'm kind of worried about the whole rain aspect of it because I ain't trying to get stuck or whatever in mud and do a little bit of off-roading, like trail riding stuff.
You got a Jeep, bruh.
I know, but I like to be clean. I want the Jeep to be dirty and not me, so I don't want to have to get out.
4-wheel drive. Clean it afterwards.
Yeah.
Backseat of my Jeep. I am going to certainly catch up on Black Lightning. I can't wait to get caught up on that. I'm going to keep watching. I told you guys earlier, Avengers Assemble is back. This year is all about Secret Wars, the cartoon. It's actually fucking fun, and I'm really fucking enjoying that and trying to get caught up on these goddamn comics. I'm way fucking behind. Got to pick up my stack and shit. I'm going to definitely pick up Maestros. Is that how you pronounce it? Maestros?
Yeah, Maestros.
Maestros, the Image one that I've been hearing nothing but fucking good shit about. And then real quickly, there was a shout out that I wanted to give for, speaking of comics, Cape and Cowl over in Oakland. They're doing some kind of really good fundraiser for Oakland youth to send them to see the Black Panther movie where they're looking for a donation. So if you go on their website, they have something where you can donate and do a good cause, send some Oakland youth to see that movie, which should be a big deal.
What's your website?
It is capeandcowloakland.com, or we will find that out for certain and put it at the bottom of this or on our site. All right, or we'll tweet that out.
All right, you
Check
can
us out.
find us on Twitter at BTHANBTI. It's at BTHANBTI. Check us out on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM, Apple Podcasts. Go ahead, leave a comment, rate us 5 stars as usual. Check out our official website, BenHatProductions.com/BTI. Check us out on Instagram with BTI. I think that covered everything. Am I missing something? No?
Foodus. Don't forget the Foodus.
No one cares about food.
You can find us everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh, check us out on Amazon. We have an Amazon app.
Ooh, maybe. It might be taken down.
Oh, we gotta check on that.
At last,
Yeah.
succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space.
Fortunate.
Yet many questions remain unanswered.
I would love to give a big fuck you to Comcast for slowing down my internet. It's been great for the past fucking week, you assholes. Fucked up my whole fucking stream.
Damn.
I'll talk about the end of this. And I fucked a bunch of shit earlier this week too. But anyway, fuck you, Comcast.